YouTube. This one is Facebook.
Yeah, I guess that the chief of Wardo is actually about not Kayana, but the other guy. He's actually I've seen many pictures of him. The the feathered helmet and the cape. I can't remember his name, but he's like, my understanding, he's like well known. He was like the most well known
What?
guy in Hawaii,
Really?
but he traveled all over, bro. Europe, China, like everywhere.
Yo. Huh. Oh, not Kamakawa?
I forgot the fight. I was watching it and somebody was telling me like he was super popular, and I believe
Yeah, yeah.
he ended up fighting against Kamehameha in the war. Kamehameha the first in the battle
Yeah, yeah. He was,
because I think Kamehameha's wife was starting
Aussie,
to
Uilani, how's it?
um, fall in love with this guy.
That was the one who left him on Maui or Molokai, or as soon as he came up to Oahu, he turned tail and turned sides. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. But
It-
he ended up battling his wife, the wife,
yeah.
and being loyal to Kamehameha.
That was one of my favorite stories from all freaking time, bro. Where he has to fight his wife right over where Oahu Cemetery is, and I think that's where they fought. And yeah, just imagine fighting your wife to the death. You know what I mean?
I thought it was up here somewhere.
Hey Sean, hey Sandra, hey
Well, I
Troy,
know that
how's it?
I believe the wife actually
Hey, thank you for all likes, guys.
saw his saw him get finished off.
Woo.
Like she had to stand there and watch.
Yeah, yeah.
It's kind of gruesome too what had happened.
Oh yeah, I mean, Hawaiian warfare was not pretty, bro.
Yeah. I know that.
It wasn't like shooting somebody probably dead. You know what I mean? It's like, huh. I gotta watch the show. I still never get Apple TV yet.
Me either. I actually saw somebody on YouTube tell the story of that guy and what the whole show is technically about,
Yeah.
or who it's about.
Hey Cheryl, how's it everybody? Hey Mikey 808. This is on Old Pali Road. Hold on. I'll show you guys a better view of Old Pali Road. Oh, whew. Oh, the back is sore. Yeah, there you go. Oh man, Facebook. I might just go off of Facebook because this bug I'm not working. Hey, thank you for the follow. Hey, Pono, how's it? How's it? Thank you for the hearts, the likes, all that good stuff. Yeah. Hey, Keith, how's it? Good to see you. Happy Aloha Friday, Cheryl. Hi, that girl from you know where. So we go to tell some stories, ghost stories, whatever. You know, hanging out over here, uh, the Morgan's Corner, because everywhere Morgan's Corner on Oahu. But get choke stories on this road alone, and at this location. Brother Matt, stay with me over here. Hey, Carol, how's it? Thank you, thank you. I'm still an idiot. What is this? There you go. Crime prevention tips, like with duct tape. Right on. So I wanted to go over a little bit about Sunday. I did a YouTube one only. I didn't really plan on doing a live, but I needed to get input. So I did a live on YouTube. I'll go turn this thing around. And then I go blind myself some more kind so you guys can see. You guys, I get scared. Hold on, I show you my face. I don't know how to do this. Too many flashlights. Let's see. Flip this bugger over. And blind everybody, because, yeah, can. There we go. Aristocat, Neo, how's it? How's it? All right, good to see you guys. So I started a little bit. Last week was cool. Last week I've been thinking about Sunday all week. You know, on the Saturday live I was a little bit like just I guess what was the word you say? You would say, Matt?
Oh, my discombobulated.
Discombobulated. Yeah. That
Sorry,
was the
my
one.
own terms and lyrics.
No. Yeah, that's the word we use. Discombobulated. Hey, 808, Brad, Barry, how's it? How's it? Um, Lana, Kila Boy, we stay Oahu, Nu'uanu Valley, Old Pali Road, where the battle happened and all of that good stuff. And yep. Anyway, um, I guess the last couple weeks you noticed, and Uilani noticed too, that I've been kind of off.
Yep. Yep.
And I think you're right. I was just kind of really off. A lot of the energy and stuff, and I don't really notice when it's happening, and it happens. Troy, tell me about it, bro. So it was recommended to me to go over here because Judd Trail, Nu'uanu Valley, this place is a very special place to me. I have been here hundreds and hundreds of times at nighttime. I've been camping here. I've done ghost tours here. I've done daytime hikes here. I've done a lot of stuff. This place is very personal to me. And so it was recommended that I go over and ground myself over here and let all of that junk off. Well, that junk manifested as something really strange. Oh, Papahana Kuaola. I heard that name before. I don't know where it is. That's right on, Pono. So I sat down on the ground, and I'm grateful to Matt because brother Matt had my back. I cannot do that kind of stuff and close my eyes when I'm by myself over here, in the forest. Um, oh, hey, yeah, cool. Yeah, hey, Phoebe, how's it? Sorry. I'll tell the stuff and then I'll read all the comments over here afterwards so I don't get distracted. So I sat down on the ground, took my shoes off, closed my eyes, and relaxed. And kind of just let all of that, the latent energy, the big energy, all that pilau stuff just kind of melt off of me. And as it started doing that, I noticed that there were bugs crawling on me. So I'm swatting at the bugs because summertime, yeah, but there's no bugs. I'm swatting, and I'm like, dude, what the heck? There's no bugs, and it would disappear, and I'd go back and close my eyes, and the bugs would start again, crawling on my arms. I could feel my hair moving, like on the top of my head had what felt like a worm coming out of my head and coming down here. It followed the same path, the same place every single time. And like I'd try to grab it and swat it or whatever, and then it would stop it, and then I would go back, center myself, and it would start all over again. It's hard to concentrate when you have all of this stuff going on. I mean, you have bugs crawling all over your arms and bugs crawling out of your head and on top of your legs and all of that. I mean, my hair was moving on my arms and my legs and all of that stuff, right? I was tripping out and wanted to know what that was. Then I did, it was like, I must have done it 20 times. I'm like, I recenter myself, and then I feel the bug first start crawling out of my head and coming down. Like, I could draw the path because it did it so much. I had Matt shine his light and look to see if there's actually a bug crawling out of my head, and there wasn't any. And I'm like, dude, I'm still there. Well, the light's shining at my head, and I'm like, dude, I'm feeling it right now, and I'm pointing at it and following it down. And we'll come to find out, it's just kind of bad stuff, yeah. It's like possibly a curse, like a jealousy kind of curse, is what. And I've heard of it before. I've heard of these stories before and all of that kind of stuff. But to have it happen was cool. So I tried to do the ghost stay burping. So I tried to do what's called Reiki, where instead of imagining, like, I would sit down and I'd let everybody, all the spirits or whatever that like me anyway, take the bad energy off of me and kind of shedding it. But then I tried a different method where a beam of light came into my head and it just went, that energy filled me completely and I could feel all that energy falling off, but this time without the bugs. Um, Reiki, right? It was cool. I mean, I swapped back and forth time and time and time again. And I'm like, brah, I feel the bugs. No, I don't feel the bugs. I feel just with my mind. I'm like, and I feel it crawling and now it stopped. And I'm feeling it starting again and now it stopped. And like, yeah, that was it becomes a manifestation if not released and cleansed. Yeah, exactly. It was, I've never had that happen. It reminded me of my story of Doug when I had the headache and I just kind of imagined a bubble around my head and the headache went away, came back, went away, came back, kind of thing. It was cool. And like, and then ooh, you said to go to the, that there's a guardian over here, Mo'o guardian, that said to go to the river. And I'm like, okay, that's cool. You know, there's a lot of Mo'os in the river and stuff. And I'm going to follow, hey, Franco. Yes, you guys. Hey, Noah. How's it? How's it? Good to see you. Do you guys have Hawaiian? I can't even, I'm not even going to try to pronounce it, but La Llorona? Yeah, I'm not, I don't have that accent, sorry. Yeah, this is the Mo'o, calling spirits sometimes. Yeah, a lot of stories about those. Maybe I'll share one tonight. Remind me. Um, Uilani is on YouTube. So YouTube is here, TikTok is here, Facebook is here. I have 3 devices in front of me right now. Yeah, Uilani is on YouTube. It was, what was I saying? Oh, so I went over to the pond, right? And to the waterfall. And this is all on YouTube. It's all recorded still on YouTube. I went over to the pond, the little waterfall emptying into the pond. And it's a little pond, but it's like, in some places, the pond is 10 feet deep. I got there, and this is the part that has been tripping me out all week. Ah, Troy, yeah, so similar to the black oil that comes out, the that kind of stuff, right? The ectoplasm, right? When we got to the pond, the water was clear. I mean, I have never seen the water so clear ever. This is a freshwater stream. The water is usually not clear, right? But you could see down to the bottom. I was just, that part just gets me so excited. I mean, Hawaiian legend and lore is when the waters in the pond is crystal clear, then the mo'o, or the spirit of the water, is present. And this one was a good one, and she wanted me to wash my feet instead of the water. And witnessing this, it was just, man, I wish that I went swimming, but I don't, I don't know if that would have been appropriate, but it was just so, so awesome. I that's the one part to me that was the coolest thing that whole night, was just seeing that river clear. I'll take you guys down there in a little bit, and we'll see if the water's still clear. But I mean, wow. And then Matt started flipping out because he started waking up and all kinds of stuff started happening to him. What was going on, Matt? You started hearing stuff, tasting stuff,
Oh man.
feeling stuff, smelling stuff, hearing stuff.
Yeah, yeah, everything. Yeah, that was a very, very funky night for me. Especially after I found what I found. Whoa. That, you know,
What did you found?
what I sent you.
Oh, yeah, 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 yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, in the recording, he showed me some videos of.
yeah. Now, I'll share them after.
Okay, okay, good,
Yeah,
good,
yeah.
good, perfect. Yeah, plenty mana, yeah. Yeah, Pono was awesome. I enjoyed it. Troy, the water at kind of point is healing and washes off bad energy and curses. Yep, same as Ulupo. Ulupo Heiau and Kailua. Hawaiian and telling ghost stories. Okay, here we go. It was cool. And then we had a Japanese lady come over and start talking to us down from the riverside. Anyway, I thought she was Japanese, but we could hear her talking. Yeah, my daughter has seen a mo'o kepalo. Ooh, and recently and warned my kupuna aunt that it was coming after her when she was working there one day. See, the mo'o and the mo'o they're like us. They can be good, they can be bad, just are. They have freedom of choice. And I've gotten scolded for telling stories about the bad ones and saying that that's how they all are from them. So remember that, yes, there are some bad ones, yeah. Some ones that tend to cause a little more mischief and mayhem. That's what some of the mo'o, the bad ones, brother, that's the best way I've ever heard anybody put it. The mo'o kepalo. Is the calling spirits that lure you to the water, that lure you to the side, that lure you over the cliff, that kind of stuff, right? That's the more mm, the not so good one, right? But yeah, and then I watched my phone die. I got the notification. Phone was at, what was it, 10%,
Right.
5%, and then like a minute later it died, and it was like dead. It wouldn't even start up, and the phone wasn't drained. And you guys saw over Kahuku the other week. It was on live for 5 hours on one. No. Yeah, and then on one charge on the Samsung phone over here on YouTube, and then it died. I had to charge the iPhone. What's the iPhone I charged? Yeah, at the Japanese graveyard. I
Which
remember
one do
you
you
was
use YouTube
talking,
on?
huh?
Which one do you use YouTube on?
Samsung.
The Samsung, yeah.
Yeah, that died after a few hours.
Yeah, because you have to plug it into the battery pack.
Yeah.
Plug the phone
Yeah.
into the
I'm like, oh,
battery pack.
charging, but then I forgot to. I
Yeah, like,
realized I never plugged them
hey,
in.
Joe, I think this thing is dying.
Yeah.
Yep, nope, it died. Sorry.
There's the Guardian there. I read Olalo about it. Yeah. It was, yeah. And then I went live on my other phone, and we continued, and then we started hearing chanting and drums. Yeah. She's seen a lapa owl who cleansed it away from her. That's a good one. That's a good way to do things. That's a good way to do things. A lapa owl is good. The kahuna la'au, yeah, lapa owl is good. La'au lapa owl is a little different. But yeah, it's just to be in the presence of these legendary people is just amazing, humbling, and just totally awesome. You know, to feel that. Even the Japanese lady didn't really scare me, and I'm scared of things that are Japanese to an extent. You know, at that Japanese graveyard, we had sake and we had incense, and we played obon music, and there was that thing in the bush. It was this had a huge head with like a little bird thing, but it was a Japanese female as well. And when we heard the drums getting louder and louder and louder and more rhythmic, we decided it was time to leave. And that's when we ended the live. It was right. We wasn't even tired. Yeah, after that,
Nope.
it was like we're wired, dude. We're
Yeah, I
just
was like,
totally just excited. I go home and my kids are like, I go to my kids. I'm like, hey, guess what happened tonight? You know, they're like adults already, and they're like, oh no, not this again. You know. Yeah, Huakai pole, right? I don't think it was, but still, it deserves a respect to be shown to them. Yeah, if you hear the drums, you don't hang around and go, oh, we go look for the drums. You know, hey Conrad, how's it? How's it? Oh guys, we go look for night marches tonight. No, we don't do that. Anything else, we'll kind of stay settled down for and let it blow over. But night marchers is no, we don't mess. Just because sacred, yeah. No like bring pilikia, no like disrespect. That's the whole thing, yeah.
So it's not to show you off or anything, but I was listening to some stories today, and apparently there's more than one type of procession.
Oh yeah, oh yeah. That's why when they say the night marchers march on this night, I'm like, bro, there's no the night marchers. Each night marcher procession is a different procession. But then you talking about the type of spirits, yeah?
Not so much the type of well, um, I don't know how to word it like that. Well, okay, so what I learned is
there's a Menehune procession that goes from the Big Island, travels in a line all the way through here into Oahu, down Nu'uanu, and
Menehune
goes to,
procession.
yeah, and goes
Oh,
all the way to Kauai.
the Lopaka?
Hmm.
Yeah. We'd have to do Lopaka knows this kind of stuff, bro.
Yeah. So there's that one that I never knew that Menehunes had a procession, and then we have that one that I guess it goes in. What do you call it? Clears the way for the chief, right?
Yeah.
And what I think was the one from last week, I don't think it's any of those.
No.
I assumed it was something totally different.
Well, there was one on Pearl City Peninsula, around Dee's area. Well, I went to go bless the house over there. The military wife would hear, I think she said every night at 10 o'clock at night, she'd hear drums and she'd hear chanting, and there'd be this procession that marches around the peninsula. That sounds, her description sounded exactly like night marchers, except for the fact that it's marching around the peninsula. My take on that, what it felt like to me was this isn't an old night marcher procession. Pearl City Peninsula is very haunted. They get all the military housing now, right?
Right,
A lot of bones, a lot of bodies buried underneath the Aina, under the ground, yeah. And a lot of them are mad and upset. A lot of them are warriors, and that you have military living above them. They're warriors in their own right. You know, they don't know what's going on, and some of them, like in the case of why I was there in the first place, was some kind of demonic possession,
Mm-hmm.
right? That's the one where it jumped into the roommate, and the roommate just disappeared, and yeah. But that one was something else too.
Right, so like even you said there's one that happens, was it at the beginning or at the ending of Makaliki?
Yeah, that's different too. Right at the beginning.
Mm.
Yeah.
So what would you describe that one as? You know
The
what I mean?
Lono procession. Yeah. But the one at Pearl City Peninsula is more like, in my opinion, the Kupuna, the ancestors, they do this nightly vigil to calm the spirits of Pearl City Peninsula down. Yeah. Because I could feel the anger, yeah, over there. I can feel the anger of the spirits, and I want to say that they're almost turning into something evil because of all of the anger, of all the disrespect they've gotten, and all of that. So this procession is like your grandma and your grandpa walking around telling you, "Hey, shut up, act good," that kind of stuff. Then there's the one, the night marcher procession, where it's the Akua, right? The night of the Po Akua, when the Hawaiian gods of old themselves will march. That's a different procession. There's no drums, there's no torches, there's one light, and there's a lady chanting. Hi'iaka ikapoli opele.
That sounds spooky.
Hey, Demonica, how's it?
But I hearing all of this, it sounds like not all of them are. I guess you. I don't know. Maybe this is just an assumption, but maybe not all are fatal.
No? Well, in terms of being fatal, see, they're sacred. All of them are sacred.
Mm.
And like the one with the Akua sounds more like thunder and lightning, wind. Like they don't walk around a tree that grew in their path. The lightning strikes the tree in half, and the wind blows it away. Kind of thing. It's more of a respect issue, but in terms of fate, in terms of it being dangerous, I want to say it depends on how much they're manifested. If you hear the drums and that is all, you may be spared. But if you hear the drums, you see the torches, you watch them walk up to you, wow, there's no way you can mistake it for something else.
Right.
Then you're screwed. You know what I mean?
Because I've heard they sometimes take the form of just a mist.
Yeah.
I mean, they're
Yeah.
not fully manifested, but you see this mist coming with all the sound and everything. I'm not sure if that mist has torches or anything like that, but that's kind of what I heard.
Yeah. Oh, 808. And you got grabbed there? I'm sure Matt's gotten grabbed.
Sorry guys, I wasn't watching the comments.
Yeah, don't worry, don't
I
worry.
was talking stories.
Telling stories. Does Maui go to that one? I'm not sure. Maui is not necessarily a Hawaiian deity as much as he's a Polynesian deity, right? I'm not even sure what Maui would look like beyond Disney, you know?
Mm.
What do you think?
No, though, isn't Maui Hina's son?
Yeah, but Hina is a name that is found a lot in mythology. Hina doesn't necessarily mean Hina. Maui's mother was Hina. Ku's wife was Hina. Um, there's a lot. What was it? Was it Kamapua's mom Hina as well?
I don't know.
They call him like.
I don't even
What
know.
was that?
I heard that too down there. I'm not even sure if I ever heard that come to
So I read the Mo'olelo Kamapua'a, the one that we had to study in college, English version and then the Hawaiian Olelo version. Um, I wanted to say the mother was Hina. The father was the brother of Chief Olopana, because Chief Olopana was in love with the mother, but she hooked up with his brother instead, and so they had to move over to the kind. What is, okay, so they had to go over to Sacred Falls and live over there. That's why Kamapua'a was so kolohe, because he liked to make trouble to his uncle, who kept kind of harassing the mother. Yeah. We stay in Nu'uanu as always. But hey, I had a interesting idea for you guys. I'll mention a little bit later. I already told Matt and Uilani this. I think it will be awesome for October. And I am just so excited about this. But yeah, there's yeah, there's a lot of different processions. But yeah, one name for different versions of women. Yeah, yeah, I think so. But they're always a very spiritual one as well, and all of that. Do yeah. When you guys come in Makaha, I'm not scared of the ghosts in Makaha. I scared the people in Makaha. But hey, Bombay, I've actually wanted to go over to Pokai Bay and do it over there, and maybe check out the petroglyphs, yeah, that had washed the shore or been uncovered. That would be really cool to do a live over there and to cause guarantee you get kupuna over there, right? You get ancestors, spirits to share stories and mo'olelo for their enjoyment and their pleasure would be amazing. Maybe I grab one chair, go sit in the water a little bit with my stuff up my tripod in the water too. There's Kuilioloa. Yep, Kuilioloa. That's the one. You know what's funny about that? I've learned a lot of the history and stuff. Is Kuilioloa used to be called Kane'ilioloa, but when Kamehameha conquered the island, Kane was replaced by Ku. Now I could be wrong, but even if you look on the map, the point is called Kane'ilioloa. And there's that whole Mo'olelo involves Kamapua'a as well, yeah, that whole story. They pass and change, yeah, exactly. What about King's Trail in Maui? I'm not familiar with that. I have not been to Maui very much. I don't feel a lot of Hawaiian in Maui. You know what I mean? But there are places to go. Hey, happy Aloha Friday. There are places to go, things to do. So if I go Maui, I like to go Iao Valley for sure. Hana. Okay, yeah, yeah, yeah. Hana, that's like a day thing then. Yeah. Would love to go Hana. You tell ghost stories, maybe camp out over there, the sacred falls, that kind of stuff. Seven sacred pools, I think it's called. Yeah, and then Haleakala and all of that stuff too. Bruh. If I could be like Bubba, I'd be like Bubba. Go to a different place every night, different island every night. You know what I mean? That's nuts. I don't know how he does it. That's where your family's from. Nice. Hana. I went to Hana once. I remember people rode horses around. Oh, the Royal Caves. I'm not gonna do the Royal Caves. I think maybe not on a video anyway. You know what I mean? Noelani, aloha. How's it? But yeah, tons of different stuff. Tons of spirits, tons of stories, tons of you know what I mean. Just yeah, I like to go Makaha. They also have that heiau in the back. Kaneaki. Kaneaki heiau, the one in the I wanted to go Makaha Ice Pond and do a live over there and maybe camp out. Yeah. Waipio Valley, Big Island. Oh, guarantee that would be awesome. No more reception, I think, though. Yeah. That Bubba's crazy. That's how he does it. And I'm crazier being his mod. I, I'm kind of scared to be crazy. Lahaina Luna has a lot of energy up by the dorms. Oh yeah. I worked in the mental health field. I'm kind of afraid to be crazy. Yeah, I want to do a lot of stuff. I want to go camping up there and all of that. But yeah, I'm getting older and older. The Normic painted eucalyptus trees are just mystical. Ooh, nice. I think they're diverting the water of Makaha Valley, the ice ponds. Yeah, the rich housing over there. That's the part that bums me out is if you like go to Kaneaki Heiau, you can go on like I think it's like Tuesday between the hours of 10 a.m. and 11:30 a.m. Other than that, it's an gated community, no trespassing. It's for rich people only to walk their dogs at. You know, this is an ancient Hawaiian temple that Hawaiians cannot even go and see. You know, oh way. Yeah, I've been to Iao a few times. I love Iao Valley. I remember I went over there and on the bottom in the river, you had a bunch of mokes just hanging out, like drinking inside one little, what looked like one little hot tub that the water's made. I wanted to go down and join them, you know. Mahalo to you, Joe, Matt, Lani, Troy, and Sean. Very much needed this night. All right, just calm. Yep, exactly. Positive vibes. Just hang out. Put your moderating to the side, sister. Just relax. Have you investigated around Aiea High School? That's another place with strong activity. I there are clients, so I gotta be careful with that. You know, they trust me to protect their school, so I cannot go and do ghost stories and stuff like that. It's kind of a conflict of interest. But I can tell you when I go over there, it feels good. I mean, it feels you can feel the energy. Uh, I went to a school this week on to fix something in one of the classrooms, and the custodian was like, you know, I think this room get ghosts. Like, what do you mean? He's like, because at nighttime everything always goes off. He's like, we talked to the teacher over here. She's Hawaiian. She's Hawaiian. She get tea leaves everywhere, like under the desk and all that kind of stuff too. So of course, then he walks away. Nobody's in the classroom. So I go in the classroom, close all the doors, turn off all the lights, and what do you know? Get children running around playing. Yeah. I've been to Maili Elementary too. The statue where you flash the lights at it, that's Diamond Head Cemetery. Yeah. Waipio Valley up here. Hiilave. It's so peaceful. Spent the night in Waipio Valley. Couldn't sleep. Yeah.
I bet.
Yeah, I love to do that. But every time, but when I've been up to over Waipio, it's like only locals can go down. They don't let tourists and stuff. And unfortunately, I live Oahu, so I'm a tourist.
It's not so much that tourist, it's your vehicle.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. And yeah, I don't have enough off-roading experience, so bye bye. Nah, I graduated high school. Yes, we heard stories. Yeah.
Yeah, big dollars for sending a tow truck down there.
Oh,
And they
brah.
pull somebody up that hill.
Oh, brah. No, I'd rather hire a mechanic come over there.
Why they try to, enforce that. Sometimes the guy's not there though, at the gate or at the opening. And you can walk down if you want.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I saw that.
But yeah, the driving part, yeah. More so for locals because they pretty much got the type of vehicle for go in and out and they've done it, before.
Yeah, yeah. I look forward to going to YPO one day, though. So let me tell you guys my idea that I'm kind of excited about, and I will need help on. um, October, I wanted to spend a week in October. If you guys are new, in October, well, before October and throughout the year, I do these lives every Friday night and sometimes in between. But I try to do them every Friday. But October, I do them every night. Just every night for the month of October. We sit down, tell ghost stories. We have a different theme every night, whether we're talking about night marchers or talking about Japanese spirits or you know what I mean, that kind of stuff. So the idea that I had was to spend a week up on the Big Island and every night go to a different location and do ghost stories. In terms of imagine doing a live and telling ghost stories about Madame Pele on the crater of Kilauea, Halemaumau. You know, you're inviting Pele to come sit down and listen to stories about herself. Night Marcher stories on the King's Trail, like the Night Marcher's path itself, sitting on the Night Marcher's path, telling stories about Night Marchers. Oh, hey, Mahalo, I have a Shiba Inu. That's awesome. I see Shiba Inu, I think of Mace. 100%. But um, telling stories of Ku, the god of war, or one of the Ku, the male god, at the first heiau that was dedicated to Ku himself. You know what I mean? That would be amazing. Go to the place where get the kain mo'o. There's legends and there's stories of mo'o, lizard people over there, like a lizard god specifically, and sit down there and tell stories of them for them, right? Thank you guys. Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah, it's my old alumni.
That I got so exciting. That would be, I mean, like that I got so excited and I'm still just totally just stoked. But like I would love to do a live up on Mauna Kea, you know, as well. To tell stories up on Mauna Kea. Maybe of a higher nature, maybe of Guardians and Michael the Archangel and that kind of stuff up on the top of Mauna Kea. Whoa, man. That would be amazing, you know. And I take the week off, so I'll be up there in the daytime and be up there at nighttime, yeah. But the part I'm going to need help with is to pay for, what's that called? The internet thing.
Started.
Starlink, thank you. I don't know why I'm always forgetting that name. If I get Starlink, I can stream anywhere. I want to go Mackenzie's and stream at Mackenzie's, but there's no cell towers anywhere. There's no cell phone reception anywhere. You know, I'd like to be able to have internet so I can stream on the top of Mauna Kea anywhere you go, right? Top of Mauna Kea should have the best reception, you think, huh? Closest to the satellites, huh? You ever heard stories of the Hui warriors that show up during reenactment of the Hui? I'm not too sure. I don't recall hearing any stories about that. Have you? I'd love to hear them. Nu'uanu, not sure Nu'uanu Pali lookout still existed. Stand up there nighttime, guarantee you get goosebumps. Oh, I love the Pali lookout, right? Oh, you're from YPO, right on. Right on, Paul. Mahalo. Um, when we would do the ghost tours back in 2008 to 2012, 2014 circa, um, the Pali would be the first stop we go to. And that place is always just kind of creepy. I stay in Nu'uanu, yung. The place, not creepy, but every place we would go to would be a different word. Like Pali is historical. You got the battle that happened up there. You got the warriors. Every now and then you hear the conch shell echoing off the back of the valley. You have warriors walking around, you know, doing a ghost tour there. That's the kind of stuff that would happen. But it never had I ever felt threatened. You know, you go then we would go Ulupo Heiau in Kailua, and that place is sacred. The rocks, the Pohaku is very sacred. Then we would go to Morgan's Corner, which was kind of creepy. Then we would go to Manoa Chinese Cemetery, which was good ghosts, good energy. And then we go to Paradise Park, which was very powerful stuff. You know, we would have all these different types, yeah. Did you ever hear about Acid Hill, where your car roll uphill instead of down? I've heard of it. Can't say if I've ever tried that though.
That one?
Acid Hill.
Oh, that'd be good.
Your car rolls up instead of back.
Oh, yeah? Yeah.
Yeah.
There's two spots on the Big Island.
Oh yeah, on the Big Island. Yeah.
Put in a neutral, the car rolls backwards up the hill.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
One's in Honoka'a, the other seat.
Oh, Honoka'a. Yeah. Well, that might
On the
be.
Honoka'a one.
Yeah.
Like, trippy, bro.
When you go to the sacred places, is that scared places or sacred places? How do you feel? I feel I feel good wherever I go. A lot of I gotta realize a lot of the stories that I do and stuff like this is for you guys, but as much as it's for you guys, it's for the guys around here too, the kupuna, the ancestors, and that's kind of when I started doing the tours night after night. I realized that the ancestors were the ones that actually love to come down and listen, yeah, and so that's kind of why I do it. And so it's always good vibes, unless you get something bad in the area, yeah. I gotta catch up on YouTube. Hold on. Yes, and Demonica, I'd love to hear your story soon one night, yeah. We'll set that up. And Uilani, I'd love to hear your stories too. Is that Melody? Hey, Melody. That's it. Good to see you. Aloha, Pamela. Aloha, everybody. Sorry, I cannot. I'm having trouble reading the comments because it's scrolling on this, scrolling on that. You know. And for some reason, Facebook is always just broken. I don't see the comments till after. Yeah, there we go. Do you know the Mo'olelo of Makua Cave? Uh-huh. I know the Mo'olelo. I know the Mo'olelo in terms of Nanaue and that stories. Yeah. Uh, no, Clarissa, do you ever sing songs to the ancestors? No, when I went Kamehameha, put it this way, we never won song contest one year, so I don't like torture them.
That's a joke.
But I will play music from time to time, like on the phone and stuff like that, you know. And I noticed they like when you hear play music. Heard stories growing up. There's a place where you turn off the car and the Menahunis push the car. I heard that too, Carol. Yeah. Joe, do you know the Mo'olelo? Yeah, the car does roll uphill. No one can tell the story better than the person who's. Yep, exactly. You know what? I was terrible at storytelling too. You know what made me good? Practice. And you get to practice when this is what you see. You don't see the people in front of you. They're either in the car behind me or they're in the pitch black in front of me. And so, as far as I'm concerned, I just talking to myself. Yeah, the music is fun. Oh, wow, right on. Thank you. I saw something pop up. Hey, Big V. Mahalo. Hey, Chuck. How's it? How's it? I was always told not to whistle at night growing up in Maui. Hey, same over here. Heard stories growing up this place. Yeah, okay, we're caught up now. I think. Is it true you don't? It's frowned upon to whistle at night. Well, if you whistle, you attract stuff to you. Hey, Noreen, how's it? Facebook is working. I lived down Waianae when I lived Oahu as a young adult man. Yeah. Yeah, just talk story to friends. That's all. That's all storytelling is. You know, I used to when I did it so many times. DJ Wicked. I'm sure that I know you because you're bringing up Puahala Elementary. I've never been ghost hunting there, but you know, you make me wonder.
If I go for a walk across the street, I look down the road, I see two red eyes looking at me.
Really?
I shine my light at some black cat down there. Turn on the high beam of you.
Oh, Chad. Okay, what's up, bro? Chad. Chad. The Chad? You're scared of Bigfoot and then stay out of the forest at night. How's it? How's it? Yeah, we should go Puahala, go sunny. Oh, my classmate. Hey, my brother. Been a while, cuz. Been like, how old was I in 6th grade? Most sacred place now, scared place now, not Kapu, too many tourists. Yeah. I tried to do one live up here in the daytime yesterday when I was driving home from work. But There was like 30 cars parked on the road, 30 or 40 cars parked on the road, and I couldn't find parking. It's like, dude, this is 4:30 on a Tuesday. What the heck, bruh? You know, it's ridiculous. There's so many people here. I live down Hawaiian. Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah.
I never leave them in the dark.
Huh?
Never leave them in the dark by yourself.
Well, no, I do live in the dark, but I figure I'd show them what Judd looks like in the daytime too,
Oh. Is
huh?
that what your plan was when you came here?
Yeah, brother, still hunting them ghosts. Nah. What's that, bro?
Was that was that what your plan was when you came here?
Well, what I wanted to do was come down here and look at the falls again and walk around a little bit and show it, and then I wanted to sit on the trailhead and talk to people that were walking down, yeah?
Mm.
Like the tourists, because plenty tourists, yeah? Just when they come down over here, I want to tell them that this place is kind of sacred and I want to teach them and show them how to respect the place properly, yeah? It's like I noticed Matt and, not Matt, Bubba and Beam, they're very respectful and that was awesome, you know, but they didn't know how to properly respect the place according to how we do it, you know what I mean?
Right.
And so there's a lot of respectful tourists, but I just want to make sure that I teach them something, you know.
Okay, so you got to be here every day, yeah?
Ah, yeah, I know.
The tours come and go, brother. You're gonna have to teach new ones.
Yeah.
Hey, I'm not knocking it down, you know.
Yeah, you know what? You teach one, they teach another, right? That's how I do the tours. It's like sometimes you get just a whole bunch of drunk people that like act stupid, but you get one person that pays attention, and that's all I need. Yeah, that one person you could tell they took it to heart and they learned something, and that makes the whole night worth it, right?
Right. Yeah. No. That I hear you on that.
And I tell them, go home, go teach your friends over there too how to respect things when they come Hawaii. Something looking over my shoulders behind me, I'm sure. Get plenty of something's looking over my shoulders behind me. Whistling at night, yeah. I don't whistle at night. And over here, it's so funny, yeah, because like I remember down the old Pali Road, I think Obake told me this story. Him and his friend Sereno, and one of the no Sereno's story. Sereno and his friend went walking down the old Pali Road at nighttime, right, from the lookout down. And Sereno said, "Don't whistle," so the friend would whistle, and out of the back of the valley, a couple seconds later, another whistle came back. Yeah, and then something happened where he had to be carried out. I thought about that for a bit. Maybe the whistling is such a different vibration that it attracts spirits to you, but when you whistle, it attracts them to you, yeah. I was here in 2014, I think it was 2014, maybe 2012, with the Travel Channel filming a show over here, Legends of. They didn't do a very good job. But they set up lights all over. It was nighttime. They're trying to film over here at Judd Trail and all of that. And I'm like, okay, 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 right on. And then one guy starts whistling as the sun's going down. And I'm like, yeah, probably you don't want to whistle, dude. One of the camera crew, right? He's like, oh, why? Why can't you whistle? I'm like, well, it's the spirits don't like it. So within a few minutes, all of the camera crew were whistling. Like, brah, you guys stupid or what? You know? Yeah, they wanted to witness something. But I'll tell you, this place had, it was so dead, no pun intended. Like there were no spirits anywhere. Hey Suzette, how's it? There were no spirits anywhere. Yeah, it was just nothing. The whole night, just nothing. They whistle you off cliffs. There are definitely the proper protocols when talking about some of this stuff. Of course. Yeah, people are people. You know, I let the spirits do them. Oh, what is this? Okay. Humans are so amazing and also so terrible. You're hearing screaming over there. Most dangerous and unpredictable are humans. Yeah. Yeah, just chilling in the dark, telling stories. We get the forest over here behind us. For the new people here, this is a place that in 1790s was a battleground, and many warriors died on the ground that we're standing on. The ground that we're standing on was covered in blood, and the blood soaked into the land, the aina, and so sometimes that energy comes back. But regardless, it's a place where a lot of spirits gather and dwell, and they are my ancestors. So, huh?
Is that you just now? You close up your light?
Yep, yep. We'll go take one. I'm gonna take one walk. You coming?
Yep.
Yep. I gotta stretch the back, bro. You coming with old foot is not fun. I know I brought something with me. I had the idea that I was gonna sit down and make coffee. I don't know where that came from. And I never bring my table, yeah?
Yeah, you're cool right here. Let's do it.
Yeah. Hey, Chris, how's it? Car should be unlocked, and my window is down too, so. I figure I leave my window down, nobody go break them, yeah?
That's
What they go steal?
the whole car.
The whole car? Oh, yeah?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, I think it's okay, it's an old car. Might be worth more, cleaned.
I mean, if that's the case, then you better make sure you have the coffee with us while we wait for our ride. And then,
Yeah, I get two phones and one tablet. You can call. No. Oh yeah, coffee. Shit. No. Yeah, we're good. Nobody comes here. And I trust the spirits will protect my stuff too, yeah. Hey Wags, how's it? Stay Hawaii, Oahu, Nu'uanu. You know, planet Earth. Let me try to see if I can get them so the flashlight. I'm not gonna. There we go. Yeah. It's so funny, bro. I got all this stupid equipment, dude. I don't even use them. I get the stabilizer thing, yeah. Oh, hold on. I gotta do a puzzle thing. There we go. Where am I going? Slightly crazy, you know. I'm gonna check out the waterfall. It's so funny because it's really hard to tell on the camera that this is like a downhill. Oop.
yeah, I sleep more often on the dry days than I do the muddy ones.
Yeah. Yeah, me too, bro. Oop. This is where, see, look, this is where we was hanging out. You see the lights I was talking about? But you weren't, no, you weren't. When you were sitting down, we're talking about the signs, yeah, the reflection. You're facing this way.
I wasn't.
Huh?
I wasn't.
No. You were sitting down, and behind you was this way, right? You weren't.
I was, okay, you were sitting right there next to that roof, looking that way.
Okay, yeah.
And I was, where's that little roof? The little stuff, like everything that stuff is.
Oh, yeah. How's it?
I was roughly about, yeah, I think probably that way. About right here. But my back was to this.
Okay. You see the signs back over there.
Like, there was a sign there.
Yeah, no, that's too close together. That wouldn't have been that. That caused it.
The tree I was talking about.
The dinner in the forest and overnight camping live stream was good fun. Oh, yeah. I like doing them again.
Oh, okay. I think you probably seen me somewhere around here.
I was right over here.
I believe it's this one. Not that one, this one.
Yeah.
You sat there.
This is where all the bugs started crawling on me.
I sat at my chair here. I was facing this way, right? Because we were looking at the forest.
Yeah, there we go.
My back was here, and the phone cameras is all facing me.
Yeah.
So, we're gonna look at this guy real quick. Just for
Aloha.
reference wise, and then we'll explain that later. But remember
Aloha
this
mo'o.
image right here, guys.
Huh?
We show them all this bush back here, this tree.
Yeah.
Just for reference, and then I'll share with them after.
Go, share right now.
Come on.
Bye-bye. Let's go see how the waterfall looks. Hey, you guys on Facebook, I really recommend you guys jump on YouTube or TikTok because the quality is so much better. I don't know what to call her, Uilani. But let's say aloha mo'o. That just sounds a little silly, like somebody coming up, hello human, you know. Aloha kupuna. Bruh, the water's still clean. Wow. For comparison, what you guys are seeing down there, I put it at about 10 feet deep or more. Mo'o wahine. Aloha. Mahalo for the amazing experience. It's not as clear as it was last week, Sunday though. That's still cool. Yeah, it is still super clear. Huh. Huh?
Did he tell you what happened after you left and what you saw?
No.
After we left,
Oh, okay.
so we saw this whole thing flat out.
Oh, yeah. She told me that. Yeah, that's great.
The whole water filled out and we washed all that stuff out.
Oh, okay. She said you gotta put your feet in the water this time.
Not this time, man.
Tell Matt, get feet wet, but not in the deep part. You can. Aussie, how's it, brother?
Hey, I don't think you're serious if you're laughing out loud.
Hey, thanks, Troy. I appreciate it, bro.
I told you to bring your head down.
How's the leftover wrist? Yeah. I would say it's good. Just make sure you know more kind of open cuts and you're good. Nah, I wouldn't say that. I wouldn't say that. Yeah. I don't like disrespect. This is really clear, and yeah, kind of sacred tonight. So no more left go. You guys like keep seeing this stuff? Bro, I regret not swimming last week, Sunday. But I guess I wasn't meant to, you know. Yeah, it does. Looks like it is cold. I think I gotta put a new battery in this light soon. Yeah, I like jumping in. I would go for a swim at night, Phoebe. This is a nice place. I mean, gosh, I feel safe. You know what I mean? There's so much history, so much stories, so much stuff. You know what I mean? Over here, thinking right behind here is a bridge somebody would hang. All kind of stuff over here, bro. You know? Yeah, the water looks great. I would like to see right over there. Right over here. Wait. That little middle. I like to sit right in that little middle. Bombay. Maybe daytime. Talk about cleansing. That place looks good. Ooh, brah. And I noticed too, Sunday night, when we were all the way back over there, the waterfall sounded just as loud as when we were over here. Michael, good name, brother. Nah. We're just telling stories, going to places where it gets spirits. She's just giving you the chance to watch now. And no, Joe, that's not for you. The older Mo'o sits there. Ah, bummer. I know. It looks perfect, yeah, to go sit inside. Maybe I go bring Ho'okupa one day and ask for permission. So what? You gonna take off your shoes or no? So I guess the camera's not picking it up too good, but maybe after, huh? I can see all the little fish over there, all their eyeballs. Yes, it does. You need to ask. Of course. This whole place looks really awesome, you know. Mana. We stay in Nu'uanu. What's up, brother? Power in the what?
Towel?
A towel? No, I don't want a towel in the car. Bro, just your feet, bro.
Is it small?
Huh?
Maybe look at the small one. Right, bouncing on.
Hey, you dry off before we get to the car. No worry. But yeah, I get one over there. I get one of the yellow ones in the car, but yeah, I use them for work. I don't know if you like use them. That tree does look kind of creepy. This is where this water goes down into another river. The other river flows from left to right. And that goes down to the ocean. So yeah, the Starlink is $500 for buy 'em, and then like 150 a month or 50 a month. That's the only thing that's stopping me right now. And then we can go live. No, brother, you're good. Okay. Good. And tell stories at Kahana Valley and all that kind of stuff. Or no more reception there. Yeah, feet only, Matt. Right over there, right? When last time. I walked right over here. Stood right there. And stepped right down there. That's like, God damn it. What did I get myself into? Let's see if I can get lights set up. One light. No fall into the water. Thank you. Oh, I'm sorry. YouTube no can see nothing. Bruh, Sean, you're not kidding, bruh. Don't push it in. Starlink has to have a clear line of sight. Yep. I don't know. You picture this downriver. Hold on, one thing. Sean, I have not the life straw, but I get the other one where you it's a little cap. I drank this water, dude. I tell you, this is the best water when I filtered it that I ever had before. It was, I brought some home for my kids and they loved it. You know, it was fantastic. Whew, brah. The water going to make you like shishi. 808 KO Shiro. How's it? Someone was telling me the stream by Kaneohe Boat Harbor flows up instead of down. Oh, I know the one you're talking about. Yeah. They don't work well around a lot of trees. Oh, that's good to know. Thank you, Moonraker. I appreciate it. This is Nu'uanu. This is a very popular trail. But I really wish Facebook would look better. Right off the old Pali Road, yeah. Can I zoom out of TikTok or zoom in? I can zoom in, but not out. I think it's just a device. Hey, mahalo for the stars, Noelani. Yeah, the water looks nice and cold on a warm night like tonight. Exactly. Let's go see how Matt's doing. Huh? Are you sitting in the water? All right. Ooh, is he good? Matt, you have to relax and breathe. She's laughing at you because you look nervous. Huh? Yeah. Mr. Capricorn. This is downriver. Yeah, this is Judd Trail. The one where you get 100 people every day. Well, probably more than 100 people. By Jackass Ginger. Uilani said you're good. You can come out, you're good. Or you can stay inside there. Maybe she play with your toes. Bro, I'm not kidding, bro. I had some fish in my toes last time, bro. I thought it was somebody playing with my toes. I'll hold it to you. No disrespect. I'm just joking around. I'm gonna switch my batteries. Hold on. Yeah, right on, bro. You good?
Yep.
Let's see if this thing works. That's okay. There you go. That light is so much better now. When are you sharing scary stories? We can share a little bit more up there. We've been live for about hour and 15 minutes already. So can ABG Kai. Yeah, the water's clear. Hold on, I can put my headset back on. It's still clear, look at that. Nice pineapple. Yeah, the water is good. Okay, power going in the water. The other on the pond now. Try not to shine too much. Anyway, the Kani one don't like the light too much. Okay, kalamai. Aloha, thank you. We're gonna walk away from the pond. Right, mahalo, thank you very much. We got Okane tonight, huh? What's that? Huh, you get shell.
I'm falling under the shell.
The freshwater shell.
Oh, they're going full oyster. Oh,
Yeah.
put them on. Yeah, they're going small running clams.
Oh, jellyfish, right on. Thank you.
Not something I expected to find in
For real.
the woods.
Alucard, how's it, brother? If I drive there, you guys gonna be there still? Yeah, come. Come get a pie, get plenty over here. We'll probably be here till about 10, maybe 11. I don't know, depends. But at least another hour. You hear that?
Nope, what do you?
Conch shell, bro. You don't hear that?
Now.
Over the sound of the river.
Yeah, I just heard that one after.
That is not a car, dude. That is a conch shell. That's blowing. Holy moly. It was the right note and everything. Wow. Why am I still hearing it? Maybe that is a car. Are you good? Yeah. Can I walk away a little bit? Okay. Hey. Hello there. Watch out. Did my phone come off? Nope. We're good. I like to make sure that the sound I'm hearing is conch shell. Now I'm hearing car. But that was full on conch shell. Cheryl, I'm not asking for plenty. If you guys wanna, I have a link on YouTube under the description. And I think on my TikTok page too. I don't know. I can post them after. It's Patreon, which is like a monthly thing. Could be $1, $2 a month, however much you want. And I also get my PayPal. I definitely want to do this. I'm rearranging my my phone plan with my kids, so my bill goes down, so I can afford Starlink, their monthly bill. Is that you? Okay. It's... No, no, no. I don't think the conch shell. I always see the conch shell as an announcing, yeah, or drums. Yeah, exactly, Cheryl. I have trouble accepting money and I have trouble asking for money. If you guys never noticed, I love what I do, and I know the moment I make it about money, I'm not gonna enjoy it as much as I do anymore. You know. So a lot of people told me I should start doing my own tours, my own ghost tours, start my own ghost tour company, but I want to do it because it's fun. I don't want to do it because I gotta pay my bills. You know what I mean? I get a hard time with that. I am in Nu'uanu, Old Pali Road, Roni girl. Hele mai, Roni girl. Hele mai. Come join us. Yeah, I do too. I want to go Big Island. Man, I just get what's getting me is sitting at Halemau and telling Pele stories and giving her a proper offering and going to Mo'okini Heiau and doing the not the proper offering because that's human sacrifice, but um, just leaving Ho'okupu and yeah, oh that would be great. What about making a small club? Come. You mean to say you don't think the old Pali Road get ghosts? Have I seen a night marcher yet? No, I'm still alive. I would go, but stay in my car. Yeah, yeah. Thank you, Cheryl. I really appreciate the support and all of that. Yeah. But I have a link for Patreon. I have a link for PayPal. Um, I'm gonna keep doing this as I do it always for free. You know what I mean? Because I love it. If you guys like support, that's right on. You know, you heard them too. Cat, yeah. That, that was a lot. That was a long conch shell. The conch shell to me is something announcing themselves or announcing you. You know, and notice it started coming right when Matt came out of the water. I think it's saying, Matt, go back in the water. Just kidding. Do I use any apps? Yep. Okay. I'll post when I go YNI side. I'd love to, but yeah. Venmo and Cash App, bro. I'm 44 years old. I don't know how to use Venmo and Cash App. No, I think I know how, but I don't know. I don't know how to link them and get the kind of QR code and all that stuff, bro. Wu Chang. I don't know. That's why I went out. I went out to listen to it. If it was a moped, it lasted about a minute. It stayed just as loud, and it was a perfect pitch of the conch shell. How come only get one tree in the middle of the road in Ewa? Because Ewa Beach, that's why, bro. I had a. We go back up. Actually, we'll go walk down by the rock a little bit. I had a person who asked me for help. I'm not going to say their name or anything, but Ewa Beach used to be a coral, yeah, reef, and then they filled it in. Wait, Glenn Grant wrote a story about it where one of the cases he heard about was when they were building a lot of the homes in Ewa, they had a big like ball, like a crane, and a big ball, the wrecking ball was hanging down, and they would just like drop it into the ground to kind of crunch the ground, you know, to compact the ground so they could build their houses. And the ball went down into the ground and broke through a little underground sea cave. And they couldn't get the ball up. They tried to pull it up and they tried to pull it up, but it wouldn't pull up. Finally, they hired a kahuna. The kahuna did a prayer, and when they pulled the ball up, which came right up, the large chain the ball was attached to was tied in a perfect knot. I'm not sure which street in Eva, but lady had shared with me that she had something in her house. From the front door, something walked in, leaving footprints and mud prints and like claw marks on her carpet. Yeah, from the front door into the house. You good, bro?
Yeah.
I know. I saw that too. That's new.
Yeah, I knew, yeah. Well, also, I find the shell, and then the conch shell and all.
Oh yeah, that's true.
Yeah,
Yeah.
now that I do, yeah. When
Hey,
you did that, I was
aloha.
like,
How's it?
yeah,
Yeah.
you're right, you're right. That's exactly what it happened.
Yeah. Well, it gets a little bit more with that story. Jessica, how's it? Jennifer, how's it? Um, now I'm not worried about night marchers, you guys. No worry. If I thought it was night marchers, we'd be out of here. Um, the thing about it was right in front of her house. She said there is a. They had the railroad, yeah, in Eva, but this one was a little underground railroad that would ship the plant the sugar cane, yeah. Before it was underground, and that was right in front of her house. They built the road on it, and right, she lived on the corner where they built another road. And what had happened was they blocked off the tunnel that the underground railroad was going on, right? And so whatever was traveling the railroad would stop because it was blocked off right in front of her house, yeah. And that would be the mo'o. Hiccups, how's it? How's it? Yeah, they were dropping the ball on the mo'o's head. So, yeah, Ronnie girl, I'm not looking for ghost action. I'd go to different places if I was looking for ghost action. I'm just enjoying talking story, telling ghost stories, discussing things, and just hanging out with my ancestors over here, yeah? So, kind of what I like about this, but I just remember my car is open. In terms of night marchers, they're supposed to march from the mountain to the sea, yeah? So they would be coming by here if they followed that path early evening, maybe by 8, right? So assuming they reach the sea at sunset or sunrise and they start at sundown, yeah. Yeah, this is a hiking trail. It's a very popular hiking trail. Get any stories of Waianae Valley? Probably. I know this place here, a lot of my stories are personal experiences, but I know I went back in Waianae Valley one day, and it was the weirdest thing. It happened to me, but then it happened to my friend as well, like years later. And this was when I was in high school. I went back in Waianae Valley. One of my good friends, we was gonna go hang out with the family, and when we was driving back there, all the way in the back roads, tall grass, all that. I saw my dog, Shorty, who had passed away. He came out of the bush. He stopped, wagged his tail. His tail was him. He was him, and then he disappeared in the bush again. Now, a friend had the exact same thing happen to him over there in the back of Waianae Valley, where he saw his dog that had died. What was that green light? Oh, that's a street sign. Waianae Valley, behind Waianae Elementary, a house lived by, there's Mo'olelo about Menahunis. Oh, I don't doubt it. I've been Waianae Elementary many times. That place has some very Hawaiian mana. It feels very Hawaiian. It's cool. What's what?
Somebody put stickies on that thing or something?
What?
The green stuff. The stickers?
I don't know. I never noticed that either.
Yeah, no, that wasn't good before.
I don't know, somebody came by and put one sign over here. Well, who knows? Are there any ghost stories that are the same as mainland? Like Thin Man or Mothman? I'm not sure. Thought the green was Slimer. I've seen many encounters, lava tubes. People investigate lava tubes on the Big Island. Yeah, we did that at Mackenzie's, and we didn't encounter anything. And then we did it, me and Uilani, over at the Thurston, and had an encounter, but it wasn't one where you had to feel the energy. There wasn't anything audible, anything visual. Yeah. Oh, the ghost. No, I'm just kidding. It's not the ghost. Dogs have spirit and can come back to visit. Yep. Every dog I had passed, I had that had passed away has always come by to say goodbye. In dreams. Oh, okay. Oh, I'll go do stories about my old job. You ever do Makua Cave? Yes, several times. Oh. So in case you guys know where we stay, there you go. And every time you come here, you get rubbish. People just throw rubbish, yeah, anywhere and everywhere. Bring meat from Menahunis. No, 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 no. You gotta bring the Kamehameha Haole Brownie. They love the Kamehameha Haole Brownie. Viva Aloha. There you go, right here. Nah, that sign just says don't leave your car unlocked. Oh, you do that, Chanel, right on Aloha Chanel. Always end up packing out choke trash. We've done that again too. No respect. I know. We went down to the Sacred Rock on Sunday and had dog poop and one diaper on top of it. Boiling Pots was way more intense. Yeah, Boiling Pots was awesome. I don't know how you make Haole Brownie, but this is Oahu. Viva. I don't know what kind of brownie that is, but the baga is good. Up after Aleva Heights. What's that, Jennifer? Sorry. I can't keep up. What's that HPD paper? It says don't leave your car unlocked. Don't leave valuables in your car. That kind of stuff, yeah. That's what the paper says over there. I always put trash in my pocket. Me too. Hey, no worry. That's all it says. I thought it was something else, but no. Yep, Judd Trail. This is in Nu'uanu Valley, I guess. If you come in from Kalihi, Like, it's Aleva Heights, yeah. You pass Aleva Heights and go up that. Here, we'll go check it out because everybody's still asking. Here, wait. YouTube first. I don't know. I cannot. There you go. Crime prevention tips. Never leave any valuables in your car. The most common items stolen from your vehicle are GPS devices, DVD players, stereos, iPods, purses, laptops, briefcases, tools, and money. Remove all property, regardless of value, from your car. Any property left in your car becomes a potential target and is what criminals look for. There you go. After seeing 15 people asking what the sign says, yeah. I think I would prefer the sign to, yeah. You guys come here. I think if I get time, I go come over here and just sit on the trail and talk straight with the tourists. Oh, you went to Aleva Heights. Okay. Oh. I was up there today too, actually. I wish others would stop leaving Opala, as my teacher took my classmates and I to clean Judd Trail once. Oh, wow. I mean, I'm happy that people are cleaning this Judd Trail. I mean, people have left garbage cans here, garbage bags here, but the people just fill them up, yeah? Just always wrap a trash bag on our backpacks. Yep. I'd recommend swimming. I wouldn't recommend swimming right now. E. coli was bad this week. Okay. Yeah, the ghosts, they protect my car. Grand Theft Auto Hawaii. But nah, I'm not even kidding. You come here in the daytime and there's no parking. There's like 30 or 40 cars on the street. It's ridiculous. There's so many people here. They need a parking lot, but I don't like to say that, yeah. But they turn this little area here that we hang out in into a parking lot. This would be the only place for one, yeah. And that sign, please kokua, take care opala. You saw needles too? Ah, man. Matt, you good, bruh? Huh? What?
I don't know if I was supposed to touch that shower.
You did what?
I don't know if I was supposed to touch that shower. My back is.
Lonnie would have texted you.
I actually just messaged her.
Yeah.
No, my back is just all of a sudden the same thing again.
I'm sure there's a lot of ancient spirits by Tripler. I just can't think of anything off the top of my head. Yeah, what can you do about the Opala though? I mean, you go down the trail, and like Matt pointed out, it's so stupid. You bring one bag for pick up your dog's poop, and then you throw the bag in the bush. What you feeling, Matt?
Back pain.
Back pain.
Yeah. I don't know, man. Seems like after I touch that.
Could it be like the cleansing was like detoxing? Like it's bringing the bad stuff in, like when you get like lomi lomi. You get lomi lomi, and then it feels good until nighttime comes, and then the bugger is sore because all the toxins, yeah, are released, and then you're in pain all night.
Well, I know my back was already giving me pounds earlier today. You know what I mean? But then I took medicine before we came out. So I'm just gonna try to cough it up to medication wore off like that.
Yeah.
So I just took more Tylenol and
Okay,
ibuprofen, but
Okay.
I'm sorry, it took me a while to come back up the hill.
Yeah.
What the hell? My back is freaking on fire right now. Sorry, I'll be back.
I wish I could help, bro. Aloha Chanel. If you leave your trash on a trail in Hawaii, just whistle at night. The spirits will forgive you. I would say just whistle for the spirits to come pick them up, and they'll come over there. Yeah. No. Ah, Wu Chang. Yes, it is. Kaniakapupu. I love that place to death. But it's not. You cannot go up there. Yeah. I don't hear conch shells right now, but I do hear cars on the Pali highway. Hey, right on, brah. Good to see you again, dude. Wait, this rules? That sounds like... Aloha, brother. A lot of... not the trail, but Kaniakapupu, the ruins, the Summer Palace. That has never been a trail, yeah? And if you do go up there, no social media. I'm Hawaiian. I love to go up there. I like to talk about the history and the mo'olelo and stuff like that. So I take my kids over there and I teach them about our history, yeah? But we're not supposed to, technically not supposed to go there because it's, you know, it's kind of sacred and it's off limits. Have you ever seen anything there? Yes. Yes. You go to the same place plenty times, and yes. Matt's taking a walk. Oh, get so many stories, Jenny Lynn. On Sunday, well, I'll let Matt tell that when he comes back up over here. He was seeing stuff. What happened? Kill him quick. The giant overlooking the ruins. How you know about that one? I've seen the giant overlooking the ruins. He was so big, he was bent over at the waist and filling up the whole tree line. I remember that. I met him a long time ago. He came by, wanted to know what the heck we were doing over there. Oh, gotcha, gotcha. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I'm like, oh man. Yeah, you ever do some Kaniakapupu stories? I'll share some Kaniakapupu stories, but remember that it's you technically you shouldn't go there, but I mean, bro, you go over there on a Saturday or a Sunday, and you have groups of 30 people walking out. You know, Andrea Puno is my grandmother's maiden name. My Kai, right on, right on. You good, brother?
Yeah.
Yeah. Judd Trail is haunted because this was during the Battle of the Pali, and many warriors of Oahu lost their lives here as they held the line for their family members to escape over the mountain into Papakolea, Tantalus, Manoa, that trail. So this was a line that they had held, and I believe, anyway, that this place had more bloodshed than at the Pali Lookout itself. Yeah, I get so many stories over here. Um, sure, I'll tell you guys some stories about Kaniakapupu then. Actually, you know what? Hold on. Matt, did you
You.
want to talk about Sunday
Um.
before I go off on a tangent again?
Nah, you know, do you tangent? I mean, catch my breath over here.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Are you good,
So,
bro?
yeah, yeah. I'm okay.
If you need anything, bro, speak up, okay? I know
Yeah.
I'm doing this, but I don't need to. You know what I mean?
If I needed you, you would have heard me yell. Go.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Waiting for the
Nah,
screen.
nah, I'm good though. Thank you though.
Yeah, 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 yeah.
Yeah, I just kind of.
He will when he's ready. Bye bye. Queen Emma Summer Palace. No, not that one. This one is Kaniakapupu, the ruins of Kamehameha the Third Summer Palace. Um, as I said, it's an off-limits trail. They don't want people to go up there because you get plenty of babooses that try to climb up the rocks. Yeah. Yes, as I said, the stream turned blood red. Ooh, yeah. So, yeah, that get plenty of babooses that climb on top the ruins of this place that was built in 1840s, I want to say 1830s. So I guess let me go over some of the history of it. This is the only piece of land that from Kamehameha the First, all of the royalty after him, including him, this is the only place in Hawaii that it's documented that they were there. Kamehameha during the Battle of the Pali didn't even make it to the Pali. He stopped off at Kaniakapupu where there was a heiau and he prayed. I like Kamehameha's style. When he would conquer an island, he would introduce himself to the akua, to the gods, to the spirits, and that kind of stuff. He'd introduce himself and he would kind of bring them into his fold as well and make, kind of do them bipono, right? So he was over there praying while the battle was going on and it escalated at the Pali. After him, Kamehameha II built the house for his brother, Kamehameha III, Kawikeauli. Kawikeauli lived there with his queen, Kalama, and in this house, during which I believe, I want to say the Great Mahele may very well have been signed up there. The celebration of Independence Day for Hawaiians was up there.
Sorry, I need to cut you off because I gotta ask. What is that?
That's you, bruh.
Is that me? Oh, okay. It must be on pause.
What shirt do you get? Red, yeah?
Yeah.
That's gotta be you, bruh.
Bro, that's why I came for a look at yours. I'm like, I look back there. I'm like, cause I swear that's somebody standing there, dude. You hear my phone goes acting up again. Remember when we was in Latvia? And I saw myself walk past the screen.
Yeah.
Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt, guys.
Don't worry,
But
don't
Joe
worry.
tells me.
Yeah.
I need to
That's
say
what I
stuff.
want.
You know,
Yeah.
wait till the live over. So
So the video went pause. Yeah. Your video would pause with you walking down the trail. You're like, who's standing on the trail right now?
no, just a figure of somebody down the trail. I'm like, bro, on my phone I see somebody standing there. I look at all Joe's phone, nobody there. And to find out my phone paused. Sorry guys. Didn't mean to interrupt the story.
Don't worry. I don't know if it's Pokane. Anyway, so Kamehameha the third and the Kamehameha the second and the third were up over there. Afterwards, I mean, there's so much history, But look at it this way: it was said that where the rock is now, there's a little rock that says a history. There was about 10,000 people for Independence Day when the Hawaiians got their government back from the British Kingdom. the rogue British captain. And in fact, a little bit of history I love about this is I forget the British captain's name. Yeah, the Great Mahale was the first time Hawaiians put value on land because he split up land for people to own when land became property. Because to the Hawaiians, land is not property, right? Land is our kupuna. They're our ancestors, right? So how can you own the land? That doesn't make any sense. But this British captain said he didn't get enough land, and so he took over the whole kingdom of Hawaii. And that's where the saying "Ua mau ke ea o ka aina I ka pono" comes from. Basically, the life of the land is perpetuated in righteousness. You don't need fight, you don't need die, you don't need shed blood for the land, because the land knows what is right and what is pono. And it doesn't matter what you do, the land will restore pono. And so they wrote letters to the Queen of England at the time, Queen Victoria. And she sent Admiral Thomas, I want to say, back down over here to Hawaii to arrest this rogue British captain that took over the kingdom and restore the crown, right? And so you go downtown, there's a place called Thomas Square. Thomas Square was named after him because he restored the monarchy. Right next to Thomas Square, you got Victoria Street. Right on top of Victoria Street, running perpendicular, is Britannia. You got Queen Victoria, you got Britannia, aka Britannia, on Thomas Square, right? That's history right there. But do we think about that when we go down there? Nope. We don't know this kind of stuff. These are old places. Anyways, after Kamehameha III, it became a part of the royal school for summertime. When it was hot, the royalty would come up into Kaneakapupu and Nu'uanu Valley, where it's naturally nice and cool up here, and they would learn. So all the royalty members came here at one point or another, documented, right? It was said that when Kamehameha III, Kauikeauli, when he was in residence in his home, he would fly his flag, and you would see his flag all the way down in the bay, because there were no trees in Nu'uanu, right? Nu'uanu was just sandalwood trees until, I want to say it was Kalakaua who diverted the water up at the Pali from Kaneohe. It's the falls, Likeke Falls. Used to be huge, but now, and it used to feed Kawainui fish pond, but now it's Kawainui Marsh. And he redirected the water here. You go up by Kaneakapupu, behind there you have places where Kalakaua tried to grow lo'i, taro patches, right? You see the rock terraces, all of that stuff, all of the remnants of that. And even the old pipes and the old barrels and stuff that would, when he would try to divert the water. And that is why Nu'uanu looks like it does the way today, because I believe it was Kalakaua that decided to redirect the flow of water from the windward side to the leeward side so they can grow taro and feed the people who were starving because of all of the plagues and all of that stuff too, yeah? So, yeah, that's some of the history over there. The stories, it's so cool to walk around over there. Right by the house. Ooh, I hear that, bro.
Oh, that's my belt.
Oh, that was
my
your
chair,
back cracking, bro. Like,
Yeah, no. Sorry.
Are you sure you're okay?
Yeah. Shoot, I should have showed him the picture I showed you. I don't know why I didn't.
That's okay. But yeah, Kaneakapupu is a sound of the land shells. So one time, long time ago, before I knew the place was off limits, I wouldn't say it was an official tour, but it was a family outing, and I was already done with the ghost tours, but they wanted to. I was like part of their family already. They love the stories and stuff. So I take them Pali. Oh, one light will turn off. I take them all around, yeah. And we ended up at Kaneakapupu. It turned into 30 people. So we walked over there, and I love to show people the difference. You go over there, it's scary on your way up. You're walking through this bamboo forest, and you feel things looking at you, watching you. And then when you get to the palace, it's just so peaceful, right? The ruins of this old place is just so peaceful and so calm, yeah? And then you go more towards the back. And the back is where I believe, and I'm not certain, that the heiau used to be there. And the place gets more tense. You can feel the place get more tense. So that night, I addressed the spirits, and I said, okay, if you're here, could you let us know that you're here? Instantly, a bird, maybe about 50 yards away to the right, made a noise in the tree. I'm like, okay, that's kind of cool. And I'm like, could you do it again to prove? And then boom, right in front of us, that same bird. But you never heard nothing fly. It was directly in front of us, like maybe 10 feet away. So we're like, okay, well, that's a good sign. Mahalo, thank you. We're going to go ahead and hele now, right? We're going to leave. But mahalo for allowing us up here. We say our protocols and that. We start walking down the trail. I make everybody turn around and say mahalo to the kupuna, mahalo to all of that stuff as well, to the spirits of the area, and then we head down, but not before I ask who's going to be the last person, who's going to be pushing up the rear, right? And these two guys in the back were like, oh, we'll go be in the back, no worry. And so, like, okay, I'm in the front. It's a single file line, 30 people. We're walking out. As we're walking out, I hear the conch shell, but it's a different conch shell, right? Coming from the sky. This really, really loud. Like, I stop and I'm like, brah, holy. And I look behind me, and the people behind me are looking up. They're hearing the same thing. I want to make sure nobody's freaking out. So, hey, Joy, how's it? I want to make sure nobody's freaking out. So I look around in the back. I'm like, you guys okay? We just heard one conch shell in the sky. Nobody freaking out. You guys cool? You know what I mean? I don't like people running around, people passing out, people getting all scared. Everybody was cool. They were smiling. They were loving it. And then I heard a voice at the more towards the middle, and they're like, "Oh, that Kanai on TikTok."
What's up?
Yeah, he said hi. I met son.
Hey,
Hey, bro. How's it? How's it?
man.
Hey, good to see you, dude.
Yeah, he kind of gets you on YouTube.
Yeah, I know.
Restricted.
If I put him as child friendly on YouTube, the comments are off.
Yeah, he's a TikTok addict. Oh, that's
I
awesome.
believe so, Wucheng.
That's,
Yeah. Hey,
you, bro.
brother. Good to see you, dude.
Miss you.
So I hear somebody in the back, more towards the back, say, "I never heard nothing." So I walk to the back. Right about the middle of the group is where the person was, and I found out everybody behind that person didn't hear any conch shell, but everybody in front of that person all heard the conch shell in the sky. And so I'm over there like, what is going on? Like, you guys never heard the conch shell? I look to the right. They're like, no, we did. I'm like, but you guys never heard them. I look to the left. They're like, we didn't hear nothing. And I'm standing right between the two people, right? And then I see, the people in the back were like, oh, we didn't hear any. And then they stop. And I watch all of the people in the back look up at the sky and their jaw drop. They heard the conch shell. As I'm standing next to this guy, he's hearing the conch shell, and I'm not hearing nothing. And they all heard it. It was like maybe 30 seconds to a minute delayed. It was weird. It was the weirdest thing. It was so cool. I think that has something to do with portals and stuff and that kind of stuff. Jennifer, thank you. Joe, thank you for sharing, educating others. I'm sharing this publicly. It might cut you right on. Yeah, I don't like when people disrespect either. Do you know there's a heiau which was made sacred where women of ancestors had their... Yeah. I didn't know about that, but I think I know what you're talking about. Over the kind of halava, yeah? How when women's heiau and when men's heiau right across from it. Yeah, my pleasure. There was another time we were walking down. Well, I'd gone up with a friend of mine, Wei Lin, her kids, my wife at the time, and our kids. And I was going up there sharing some of the history and the mo'olelo and stuff. And as we're walking back down in the daytime, right as we left the palace and we started walking down the trail, there was a conch shell. But, it's a bamboo forest. You can see everything, right? And I'm looking around and I'm like, this conch shell is repeating itself. It's so loud that my feet are vibrating. The ground is vibrating. And I'm like, brah, what the heck, So the kids all leave and I'm up there with my friend Wei Lin, and we're just kind of checking it out, just kind of seeing it. I'm like, all right, cool. Well, mahalo for that. And I'm like, I will be back tonight. So I went back with my friend Obake, Jennifer, and Eric. We got up there about midnight, turned around, come back down after a little while. No more nothing. Same place, conch shell. Same place we were standing on. Our feet started vibrating. Brah, it was like, I looked at Jen. Jennifer's like, she's a psychic. She's like, oh yeah, they're here. Very cool. She's from New York. She's like, this is awesome, you know. And I'm asking questions, and in response, the conch shell blows. Once for yes, twice for no, which I stated, and it was answering my questions. We were having a conversation. Obake and Jin dipped out. They went back to the car to wait. Me and Eric stood there for probably about another 15 minutes asking questions and just troubleshooting, I guess you can say. Um, Debunking. So I'm like, all right, I'm going to ask questions for the next 30 seconds or so. Don't use the, I think it was like 2 minutes actually. Don't blow the conch shell. Just to show that, just to prove that this is real and this is intelligent. So I'm talking, asking questions, not a single noise, nothing. Then I'm like, okay, time's up, you can do them again. Boom, the conch shell again. And then I'm like, all right. I'm like, if it's time to go, let me know. Then down towards where the palace was that we had just left, you hear the sound of drums. You hear boom, 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 boom. And I'm like, okay, that's a sound that we need to leave. I'm like, Eric, you hear that? I don't hear nothing. I turn around. Eric is running down the trail. Eric's this howly guy from Ohio. He's running down the trail. I'm like, brah, no leave me behind, brah. You know what I mean? What the hell? I'm running back over there. And he's like, brah, you told me you hear drums. You got to run. So I'm running. It wasn't bad. It wasn't a warning. It wasn't night marchers. It wasn't the Ho'okaipo, but that was a sign that it's time to leave when you hear drums, yeah? um, we used to go down, and as we're walking out of the palace at nighttime, you would hear footsteps next to you. You would hear branches breaking right on the side of you. I mean, full on, like, right next to you. You'd stop walking, and the footsteps continue walking next to you. And that used to freak me out. Until Jennifer started laughing when I got scared one night. She's like, what are you scared of, Joe? I'm like, brah, you're not hearing those footsteps in the bush right like 2 feet away from me. I'm shining the light. There's nothing. You know, she's like, oh, what are you scared about? That's the warriors. They're escorting us out. I'm like, really? She's like, yeah, the warriors are making sure we reach the car safely. After that, the footsteps in the bush are always more than welcome. Yeah. Sorry, I haven't read some of the comments. Chris, what they call residual hauntings must be common in Hawaii. Very much well could be, yeah. You know, it's fun to walk with your ancestors. You know, not against them, but with them. It's amazing. But then people don't go out at night because they're scared of the dark. They're afraid they go see a ghost when you cannot see a hand in front of your face. Whew. Of course, that's just how it is in Hawaii. You show them respect and they show you respect. Their bloodline we call koko. Yeah. Yeah. Uh, I mean, as I said, there are plenty of stories. October, I share them all. Well, a lot of them. I guess a good story over here would be one that happened over here. This one not that scary, but it kind of was. I was doing the tour. We had a group from the Big Island of high school, and I remember. I think maybe I get the numbers wrong. Maybe Blue, how's it? Aloha. Maybe was 7 or 10 people. I forget. Yeah, Morgan's Corner, Ash. This is the one. So we had one tour group. It was 28 people. We stay right up here at the top. Yeah, telling ghost stories. And then when we were done with the ghost stories over here we would usually talk about Kaupe, the half man, half dog, the cannibal, the Kupua, right? The cannibal demigod of Hawaii, the one that would eat people. Oh, get one caught creeping over there. What's going on, boo? start now and finish on Halloween? Maybe. So we went down, and I asked whoever wanted to come down. Maybe 7 people, maybe 10 people. I think it was 10. So we went down into the dark where we were standing. Turn off all the lights. You cannot see your hand in front of your face. Yeah, I felt like it was all right, and I could feel in the dark. You can feel things. Yeah, like I could feel that these high school kids were a little scared. Right? It's pitch black. You're at a haunted place. That kind of stuff. Right? And so when I was doing the stories, I could feel in the corner up here, in the corner of the clearing, there were 3 big Hawaiian warriors, and they never know each other, but they was just talking story. They was sitting down, they was listening to the story. They were guardians, maybe of some people in the group, but I could tell that there were definitely 3 of them, and they were enjoying hanging out, talking story with each other. It was awesome. So when we went down there, I wanted to try something. So we went down there, and I asked everyone to turn off their lights, and so they all turned off their lights, and I could feel I was getting scared. And I told the group, I'm like, all right, now I felt 3 warriors, protectors. I'd like to invite them to come and join us. Are you guys okay with that? And they said, okay. They were kind of uneasy, but the general consensus was okay. And so I spoke with a little Hawaiian I know. I told them to hele mai to come. And it was cold down there that night. It might have been 70, 71, maybe 68, 69. It was kind of cool down there. And as soon as I invited them to come over, I could feel them move. I'm standing in front of the group. They're all in front of me, right? In a straight line facing me. And I could feel these 3 warriors stand right behind the 10 people. And the area went up at least 10 degrees. It was warm, like there was a blanket covering you, a blanket wrapped around you. And I asked the people, I'm like, how do you guys feel? They said they felt safe. They felt protected. They're like, why am I not scared? And I'm like, okay, well, there are 3 spirits over here now. Where, if you could tell me where they are, where would they be? And all of them said behind us. I'm like, you guys feel them too, yeah. To me, that's what showed, yeah. I'm like, you show the places, and like, these are your ancestors, yeah. You come over here, you show pono, you show respect. They come, they watch you back, they protect you. Acknowledge them. As we we're walking back up the trail, one of the guys came up to me and he's like, but I'm not Hawaiian, sir. They're not my ancestors. I'm like, it doesn't matter. You're part of the land, yeah? You show them respect, you show them pono, and they will in turn show you the same thing. I could tell that night I got through to a bunch of them. That was, as you could tell, that memory, that was probably 2010 or so, 15 years ago, but it still sticks with me like it was yesterday, yeah? Let me catch up on some of the comments. Steve, I'm not sure what you mean. Chris, I love how a lot of people think hauntings only happen at night. I've had so many things happen in broad daylight. Yep, I read somebody, I think Troy, you said something about my job. I have that kind of stuff happen all the time. The land belongs to Keakua, Kiona. You're completely correct. I'm sorry. I'm. If you guys have questions, retype them in again, and I'll do my best to answer them. Jennifer, starting out and finish on Halloween. I know I get plenty of stories, but Halloween is like for me at least 31 hours of storytelling, probably closer to 62 or more hours of storytelling. What was the scariest experience you had with a group? That's a good question, Papa Lids. Hold on. Okay, Edward, how's it? Um, hold on. Hold on 1 second, honey. Um, with the group, it's always scary when things happen with the group. Like, and you gotta handle it in a certain way. Like, people go running because they hear something at the Pali. Right, you get a 900-foot drop over there, and you'll get people running around in the pitch black. That's not fun. I would say one of the more concerned times was when my boss came down. We were at Manoa Valley, Paradise Park. And I would say at least half a dozen to a dozen people started throwing up. Not in the same vehicle, not in the same group, not in the same family, not related to each other. We're walking off the Manoa Falls Trail. I was at the end, pulling up the rear, looking at a picture of an orb. And my boss comes over. The only tour my boss did. And he came over. He's like, Joe, you need it in the front. I'm like, okay, what's going on? He's like, I don't know, but there's a bunch of people that are just throwing up. And so I go over to the front. I go over to the front, and you can only exit single file. So I stand behind the guy in front of me, and as he steps out of the fence, he bends over, doubles over into the bush, and throws up. And then he straightens up, looks at me, and like, what the hell was that? you know. Yes, I'm live at this location right now. We're at Judd Trail. Um, he's looking at me like, what the hell? And so Uncle Frank, who was one of the other drivers, he had already loaded up his bus. And my van was loading up, and I had this idea in my head that I felt like I had to do. And so I told everybody, come outside. So we emptied the bus, we emptied the van, and we all stood outside on the road. And I'm just going with what's coming into my head. Like, I swear my mouth is going before it even hits my brain. And I'm like, all right, I want you guys to stand in a circle. So they all stood in a circle, 30 something people. I'm like, okay, I want you guys to hold hands. And I'm thinking to myself, what the hell is next? Kumbaya. But they all held hands, and I stood in the middle. And I told them, I'm like, okay, now I want you to envision and imagine you are passing energy to your neighbor with your right hand, and you're receiving energy from your neighbor with your left hand. I want you to do this. I want you to receive it and pass it down and keep the energy going. And as they did this, it physically manifested. Like, you could feel this energy going around. You can feel this warmth going around. Then this wind came, like this huge gust of wind, I don't know, 60 miles an hour plus, and it just blew in a circle around us. Like, I started yelling, no matter what, don't let go of each other's hands. Just keep holding each other's hands. I'm yelling over this wind. I'm not feeling this wind. I'm in the middle. I'm not feeling anything. But I can hear it, and I can see people's hair, and it was like, oh, bruh, what the heck is going on? And the wind goes and goes, and it just keeps going around in the circle, and finally it stops. And the people who were throwing up, they had felt sick before and weak. And this was like midnight, 12:30 at the end of the tour. And so everybody looked up when the wind died down, and everybody started smiling, and everybody was like energized and full of energy, and they were like just chattering about what happened. They're like, that was so cool. But bro, I was worried. You get people throwing up on your tour, that's not a good thing. You know what I mean? Yeah, Jennifer, the Pali would be great. I wouldn't say that's the scariest thing that's happened on the tour. We've had other stories happen on the tour, but I'm saving those stories for a little bit later, yeah. Yeah, Halloween's like Christmas time for you. And there are other times there's actually a president's been having visitors at work. Oh, that sounds fun. You tour nighttime, yeah. 8 o'clock Hawaii time. I just tell stories, come over here Friday nights. Sometimes more. Follow me, whatever, subscribe, blah, blah, blah. And you'll get a notification when I do this. Am I still doing tours? No. Doing the tours was hard. And I give credit to anybody who does it, like Mr. Kapanui. I tip my hat to him, because I have a hard time dealing with tourists. They come here with the mentality of, this is my vacation. I want to have fun. I want to party, party, party. And so it's hard to take them into sacred places, yeah. What was that? It must have been a car, yeah.
There's a guy down there, he's in the bush, and I think that's him blowing the conch shell.
Oh, fuck. That's what weird conch shell.
Yeah, he had his light shining, so I was watching to see if he's walking up here, but he just seemed to stay over there.
Okay, right on. I hope that he don't draw anything to him.
So I kept looking down there, and he's like right at the edge of the guardrail.
Okay,
the end
okay.
of the guardrail. Kind of like there's like a little entrance into
Okay.
the bush over there.
Hey, Naomi.
Shine the spotlight on
Yeah.
him. Fucking rock.
Yeah. I'm on Oahu, And yes, Big Island is haunted. I'd love to go over Big Island and do ghost stories. I'm working on that right now. Um, hey, thank you, Sean. Yeah, tell you what, we'll do this. Yeah, there we go. Boom. I'm on Oahu. Yeah, but, I don't blame the tourists because they don't really know. A lot of them are willing to learn, but it's hard to comprehend. Like, okay, I was telling my son this the other day because we was talking about tourists. Uh, the birthing stones, right, over Wahiwa, Kukani Loko, very, very, very sacred place. Yeah, I've been there many, many times. And I would go there and like I saw one bus pull up one day and I'm just kind of like, oh no. All these tourists in the bus came out. All these Japanese tourists came out. Like 40 of them. And I'm like, oh no, here we go. But I was pleasantly surprised. None of them would approach the stones. Some of them left offerings at the edges, far away from the stones. They bowed to the stones. They offered their prayers. They treated it with reverence that caught me off guard. You got tourists that are coming here and treating this place with the reverence it deserves. I was so happy. But then, like, I went there at nighttime one night and I saw a lady hosting a yoga class because the energy is great up here, and that's great. That's good for her. But you got to know the history. Had a lady over there with her kids. Her kid was jumping on top the ahu, the altar, yeah, the rock altar, playing on top the rock altar, crawling on top the altar, climbing up, jumping off. And I go up to the lady. I'm like, hey, this is kind of sacred to the Hawaiian people. Yeah, you might not want to have your kid climbing up on top of these rocks. And she's like, well, kids will be kids. He's not doing anything harmful. He doesn't mean it. He doesn't mean to disrespect. And I'm like, you still shouldn't. That's kind of sacred, yeah, that place. Well, yeah, I'm sure your ancestors will understand. And I'm like, okay, there's about 100 people's bones in those rocks. Get off of that right now. Don't touch it. I'm like, yeah, man, probably just a stream sniper. Yeah. Somebody watching the streams come up and blow the conch shell in the bush. Right on. I hope if you're watching the stream now, you get problems with something following you, come talk to us. Yeah, we'll help you. Um, Japanese is very respectful, but like the Japanese, they know what sacred is, right? Because they get grandma and grandpa that will give them lickings, yeah, when they act up. It's not really the same mentality, yeah, is in the mainland. It's a different mentality. I'm not saying that they're disrespectful, yeah. That's flute. Oh, this is a popular place tonight. Yeah. I don't hold anything against them. They don't know. Kamehameha the Great never held the the foreigners to the kapu system because they did not know, they did not understand, and so they were not responsible for paying the price, right? But still, they should learn. When I hear stories of the Big Island, I've been hearing that a lot. Respectful, they're night marchers, yes. Huh? You see one light? Okay. Yeah. Haunted Pali stories, of course. Yes, they get a lot of action on Judd every now and then. Judd Trail is creepy at night. Guarantee. This place has a lot of stuff. Aloha, Hunty. Yeah. I was one of the 3 guides. There was me, Joe, and Uncle Joe. I was cousin Joe because I was like 28 when I started. Um, okay, stories. Sorry. Um, I'm loving the conversation. Naomi. This is a place of the Battle of the Pali that was very popular called Kahua Ilanavai. This was a place for more, I believe, more bloodshed than the Pali Lookout itself happened over here. Um, Scary ghost stories. I know people like hear scary. Okay, I'll tell you this one. I was thinking about this one earlier. There's another Morgan's Corner, yeah. This is another Morgan's Corner we used to go to on the tour, and also we used to, yeah, yeah. And now you're a mod, Sean. Right on. Yeah, sorry. This is the one we used to go Kaneohe side, right? You coming down the Pali from town. It's the first light right before the first turn, right before the light at Castle Junction. That was the old road, Auloa Road, that turns into Kiana Ole Road that comes up by the H3 between the two golf courses. They closed it down in the 90s because they just didn't want to maintain it. So now it's an overgrown road, and it's called the Kaneohe Morgan's Corner. So we used to just walk up there at nighttime. There's a lot of stories there, but I'm not going to share one of those, the tour stories. We used to go ghost hunting there, yeah? When high school, right out of high school, before I did the ghost tours. And there was a night we had gone, we went up with the, we had gone up so many times. Hold on. I just don't like people sneaking up behind me.
You guys do?
Nope. There's somebody in the bush. I'm going to turn you guys around. We're going to look at the road now. Oh. How's it? I'm not scared of ghosts. I'm scared more of the people. But they don't know. Just for the record, I get my concealed carry permit and I get one on me. So, yeah, please. I don't want to have to use it or take it out.
Wasn't there a little gadget in your car? No?
Huh?
Wasn't there a little gadget in your car?
Nope. Nope. Guarantee. So anyways, we're on Aloha Road, right? We walking up. I had a little following, right? Some friends, like maybe 10 of them, right? Had me and my two friends, and then 10 of us who were going up because stuff always happens, yeah. And stuff always happens when we go out. So we're over there, and we get up to a point in the road where I didn't know it, but at the time, but this is where the old Pali Road connects to Auloa and Kiana Ole. Like you coming down the old Pali Road, you go left, it becomes Kiana Ole. You go right, it goes to Auloa. Keep in mind, it's all overgrown, it's all blocked off. It was scary even when the road was open, yeah. So anyway, everybody's sitting down at that little big area, and they drinking, they having fun. So me and my neighbor and my friend, we go walking up, just the three of us. I find this little trail, this wall, which I don't know, but I know now that it's the old Pali Road, right? The old Pali Highway. It goes up. So we're walking up it, and it's so overgrown you can barely see. We're side by side, and I think my neighbor was in the middle. She was wearing glasses. I forget exactly the details. I was on the left, and I was using a stick to clear the cobwebs off. And my friend was on the right, and somebody had called him. This is back when Nokia phones were big. I don't know if you guys remember that you guys could customize the Nokia phones. So one of them had a feature where you could have this antenna that when you're on the phone, the bugger is bright, yeah, and it just flashes. His was blue. And so he was on the phone, and it was irritating, right? We're over there, looking for ghosts, and then there's this blue flashing keep coming over there. Anyway, something grabs my stick as I'm clearing the cobwebs. It grabs my stick and it throws the stick. And I'm like, what the hell? At the same moment, my friend, my neighbor, she is in the middle. She goes down holding her face, and she screams and kind of goes down holding her face. And my other friend with the phone, I hear him say, what the hell is that? And he's looking at his hand at the phone. This happened all at the same time. Something had scratched my friend's eye, but she was wearing glasses. I forget. I think it went over the glasses, but maybe it didn't. I'm thinking it was weird. I'm thinking it went under the glasses, but she had blinked, so it didn't get into her eye, but it scratched under her glasses. It was weird. Anyway, my friend's hand was covered in goo that he couldn't see. It was slimy. It was sticky. I could feel it on his hand, but it wouldn't come off. And he kept trying to rub it off, and it wouldn't come off, and it wouldn't come off. A little bit of holy water later that night got it off. But it was weird. We have no idea what the heck happened. So we turned around. We went back to join the group. And as we're walking back down, it's kind of like we were a little shake it up. And the guys were all like, "Oh, what? You guys seen something? What happened? What happened, you guys? You know?" And we're like, let's just go. You know, we'll tell you guys when we get out, bro. There's something up there, and it's not good. So we need to get out of here. Oh, I always forget this part. When we were walking up, I invited it to come and join us. I said, if there's anybody here, if there's any ghosts, come join us. You know. So I summoned the ghost, right? And we start walking down, and I was in the back with one of our friends. I think his name was Justin. And brother is shining his light in the bush. Yeah, there's a California grass on the side of us that's really, really tall, like 7, 8 feet tall, the bush. And something was walking in the bush on the side of us. So this baboose keeps shining the flashlight every time he hears something move in the bush. And I'm looking at him, and I turn around, and finally I'm like, brah, stop doing that. He's like, what? And I'm like, brah, don't do that. He's like, do what? I'm like, shine the light. He's like, but get something in the bush. I'm like, yeah. And you like see him. Well, remember, you can go look for something. Don't cry to me when you actually see what you're looking for, yeah? And then we hear a noise in the bush again. And out of habit, he just, boom, shines his light in the bush. Maybe about 7 feet up in the air, you see an old woman's face looking down at us. This old lady looking down at us, glaring down at us. And we're like, brah. And we got the hell out of there. We ran. Here's this old lady's face in the bushes, 7 feet above the ground, glaring at us, right? At the time, I was working for a shuttle company. We booked it. We got out of there, and it was like, aloha oi. We just went boom. The live just cut out? You guys can hear me good? Sorry, I don't know. We got out, we left, and a few days later, okay, we can hear you. Good. Might cut you. So a few days later, I was driving around, yeah, dropping people off in Waikiki, picking them up, taking them to the airport, back and forth. The sun was coming down. I had just finished dropping off my people in Waikiki, the 14 passenger vans, right? And I had a flight that was landing at the airport, so it was rush hour traffic. The sun was going down. I was going up McCully, waiting for my, to go airport, wait for the flight. And as I'm driving up McCully, you know how all the cars like to cut down, yeah. You're going on the freeway, they go down the right side and cut you off because they don't like waiting in line, yeah. So I'm over there and I'm looking in the rearview mirror just to take note of where all the cars are. And as I'm looking in the rearview mirror, I see this lady sleeping in the middle of my van. It was bucket seat. She was on the right in the middle row of the van. She had black hair, and she was leaning up against the belt, right? And she was sleeping, and her hair was hanging down. And I'm like, oh, damn it. I forgot I dropped somebody off at the hotel. Auntie was sleeping. So I turn around to wake her up. Auntie, I forgot to drop you off at your hotel. You never get out, I turn around, and nobody there. There's nobody in that seat. I'm by myself. I take a peek back in the rearview mirror, and I see the lady with black hair sitting in the same seat but moving around. And I'm like, nope, not today. I grab the rearview mirror, I pull them off the windshield, I throw it under my seat, and I'm like, nope, not today. And I call up my base yard. I was at the airport, and I'm like, I talked to the dispatcher, Big Rich, and I'm like, hey Richard, I gotta give you one landline real fast. Okay, he's like, okay. So I call him up. I'm like, hey, I gotta come back to the yard. He's like, but your flight's almost ready. I'm like, bro, I gotta come back to the yard. He's like, well, what's going on, Joe? I'm like, bro, get one ghost in my van, get one lady in my van. Silence. What? For real? Like, bro, get one lady with black hair in the van. She would disappear when I would look in the back, but she was in the rearview mirror, bro. I need to come back, switch vans or something. And then I don't hear him for 5 minutes, and I'm like, bro, you there? He don't hang up the phone. He leave the phone open. Bro, you there? Bro, I felt so alone. You know what I mean? Like, bro, where are you? Finally, he come back. Okay, pull up to the yard. I ready. Well, I know what he was doing. He was grabbing all the tea leaves that he could find and all the salt that he could find. Because as soon as I pulled up to the yard, he made me park in front of on the street, yeah, on Ualena Street, and he was waiting for me with his arms full of tea leaves and Hawaiian salt. He threw open the side door, threw everything in the van, shut him, and said, "This van is out of service for the next month." And that's when and then he sent me home. He's like, "No, you're good. You can go home." And so then I realized that I had called this lady to come, and I forgot to tell her to go home. And so on my way home, going down the Pali, by myself in the dark, I had to go back to that place. I never get out the car though. I wasn't that brave. I had to drive back over there, and I had to tell the lady, "You gotta go home. You cannot follow me. You gotta leave." Because she wouldn't follow me, yeah? Because I'm the pupuli that wouldn't call you. But years later, I know what you're thinking, Jennifer. Yeah, years later, that wasn't Tutu Pele. I'm on the ghost tour, right? I apply for the ghost tour, and the day after, the boss calls me up. He's like, "Okay, we have a tour tonight. I want you to ride along. I want you to see if this is something you can do, if this is something you can handle. If so, you're hired." I'm like, "All right, cool." And at the very least, I get free ghost tour. And so I'm going with Uncle Joe. We stop off on Aloha Road. We get out of the car, and I'm like, "Oh, Uncle Joe, I get stories about this place, brah. I get stories, brah." He's like, "Oh, okay, maybe tell me later." He's like, "Bombay, you tell me later." I'm like, "Yeah, for real." And then we walk up, and he tells us the story of Therese Wilder, who was a 78-year-old widow in 1948 that was murdered in her house. And the place that he told me that it had happened was where we had seen this lady. So that the next day I go to the library, I look on the microfilms, I pull up the article. That lady in the picture, in the paper, her murder, she was the face that we had seen above the bushes, glaring down at us. This was a lady that was sitting in the back seat, Therese Wilder, who had been murdered in 1947, I think. Brah. Now, the part I don't get is this is the side that she was murdered on. I don't know what she's doing on Kaneohe's side, but right down the road from here is where she used to live. This is where Dr. James Morgan's estate and all of that kind of stuff. You know? So, but yeah, that's one of the stories that I really enjoy telling. Yeah. She just went for go holo holo. I was a tour driver, but not for a long time. Then I went work at the state hospital with the mental health programs, group homes. I get plenty of stories about working at Kaneohe Hawaii State Hospital and the group homes over there, things that had happened. Because I worked the night shift, yeah, 6 p.m. to 6 a.m. Um, yeah, it's ghost stories everywhere you go, yeah. That's you.
No,
That's not me.
no.
Oh, brother, stay moving around the bush. Yeah, I'm not talking about Lahaina, yeah, but yeah, that's I'll save that for another night because my devices are almost dead. It's 10:30. It's been 2.5 hours. Matt, you want to talk about your stuff and then we'll switch? I'm gonna go people hunting.
Weird.
Yeah, I'll
Weird. The wind just kind of picked up.
Yeah.
And boom, the sound went off again.
Go tell them about your experience. You like,
Yeah, I guess.
yeah. I'll turn you guys over to Matt for a little bit.
Where are you going? That way.
Huh?
Are you going out there?
I'm not gonna walk away. I'm gonna stay over there. Oh. I'm gonna walk around this area.
I just want to probably repeat some news. You're going to keep on probably see you get anything else. Well, it sounds like way too close. All places, but let it talk about you. Not too much.
Oh.
Nope. No. Like I see they got curiosity still down there.
Yeah, 'cause that was right next to us.
Yeah, there's no way he comes all the way up. Like, it literally sounds like right across from us. Ooh. Hang on, guys. Sorry.
You're not coming out with us, coming out with us. Come talk story with us, man, no problem.
But if you jump out, that's not going to be a good thing for you to do, bro. I will do a little knuckle throw salt and chili, right? A knuckle throw salt and chili and whack you with a chili. Is the wheel line still on?
Uy, are you still here, Uy?
Hey, get somebody in the bush living. You're more than welcome to come join us.
Sorry guys, small kind time out. We have somebody that's we believe is like right here in the bush near us. Like we heard like this phone or some kind of gadget chime. This is the second time it chimed and it's like right behind us. But we don't see nobody walking in the bushes. We don't hear no noise.
There's a poncho across the street too, huh? So somebody has to cross the street.
Yeah, no, I never see the guy cross the street though. So yeah, we're kind of looking around right now to see where that person is. Sorry for the delay. I know I said I'll share. So, uh, okay. So here's my little story, guys. Don't mind me. I'm not very good at reading the chat, yeah. So I may have to do that after storytelling or whatnot. So, Kalamai, bear with me, please. So, Sunday night, right? Joe and I were out here, and we get out here to do. Um, Joe wanted to do this releasing and kind of cleansing thing, yeah, because of just the energy and the things that was going on Saturday night while we were here. So Sunday night, and if you guys go and look back on Sunday's video, I would say it's like in the first minute 45 seconds to 2 minutes and 45 seconds, somewhere around there. When we first got down there, we had walked down, and for some strange, odd reason, I was uncomfortable, and I didn't know which way to sit. Like I didn't know which direction to face. It was I just felt like there was something in the area or something headed our way, or I don't know if it was a sense of danger or whatnot. Basically, all I wanted to do was face the direction that whatever was coming, I'd be facing it and I could see it coming. But I couldn't figure out which way to sit. So I ended up picking a seat. So some of you, I don't know if all of you guys were on the live earlier, but when we went down there, Joe showed you that tree, yeah, and where we had set up on Sunday. So the way I ended up sitting my seat down, my back was facing this large tree, bushy area, while I faced the portal side. To my left was the river, and to my right was the trail entrance. But something, I don't know, something was unnerving about the trees behind me. Something made me want to face that direction, but I chose not to. And so we're sitting in the pitch black, guys. I mean, it's totally pitch black. Like I have it on video, but it's so, the image of it all is so tiny that I don't think if I showed you guys my video, you guys would be able to see it. So I would suggest maybe going back to Sunday's live and looking at it. And like I said, it's in the first minute and a half to about 2 minutes 45 seconds that this happened. So I'm sitting there in the pitch black, and behind me now, all of a sudden, let me rewind a little bit. The night went on, right? I got home from that night, and I decided to start watching the replay again, because every time I come out with Joe, I'm concentrating on the comments or doing something else, so I miss a lot of the story sometimes or what's going on. So oftentimes I like to go back and watch the replay. Well, like I said, in the first 2 minutes of watching the replay, I'm sitting there in the pitch black, and behind me, if you look at the screen towards the, I would say, probably 3/4 way up the screen to your left side, I see this little light, kind of like almost like a pinhole, maybe barely a little bit bigger. Looks like a blue light. Yeah, and it pops out behind what I'm gonna assume was the tree that was behind me. Right, so it pops out, and when I first saw this, it looked like a hooded figure or whatnot. I wasn't sure what it was, but mind you, we're sitting in a pitch black. There's no lights. There's no reason why there should be a dot or a light showing up behind me from the bush. And so I continue to watch, and that one light actually goes back behind the tree, and he pops out again. And this time he looks towards me, or my back, I guess you could say. And now you can see two lights. Technically, what I saw was the two lights were this person's eyes, and you could actually see the shape of his head. So it was like a dark shadow. And he peeped out and he looked. And he creeped back in behind the tree, and then all you see is his one eye. And he sits there and he's watching us for a little while. And then he disappears. And moments later, he shows back up in the screen again. And now when you watch it the second time, when he shows up again, you can see this blue light start traveling down to the bottom right of the screen. And like I said, I consider that, from what I saw, to me that was a pair of eyes. And it actually travels down to the bottom right of the screen. And once it hits there, it pauses for a moment. If you actually play the video in slow motion, you can see as that blue light travels down the screen behind my back, it turns to face me again, and you can see just for a quick second a set of eyes again. And then it turns to the side and you only can see one. But right when it gets to the lower right side of the screen, all of a sudden a small mist, kind of like in the shape of a ball, maybe a little bit oblong, darts up to the top right or top left of the screen. Like it went from a shadow figure with glowing eyes to a mist and took off. Mind you, when I saw this Sunday night, I was creeped out. I was like, what the hell? No way. I showed Joe everything. I showed him a still picture of it. Let's see if I can. Let me try to pull it up and see if you guys can actually see at least a still picture. I don't know if it'll show up because the lighting, yeah. Right above the play button, you can see that. You can see that the two eyes. It's right in between the play button and the rewind button. It's a small. It's just. Oh, don't disappear. Oh, hello. Okay, you guys see it here. Hold on, I'll get to the next phone. See those two eyes, guys, behind me? Pitch black. Sorry, I don't know. Where's the camera on this one? Sorry, guys, trying to find a camera on this one. Oh, don't tell me it's not show up on this one. Oh boy. Time on. Technical difficulties. Oh, bombers. This one is not really showing up too well. I apologize for the guys on this platform.
There's something going on now, man.
But I don't know if you guys on the other two platforms you saw what. Oh shoot, sorry. I saw what I seen. So those was the two eyes, and I was creeped out, and so I watched it over and over and over again that night. And I actually saw the ice first, and then the second part I ended up watching again,
Oh,
and that's where I saw. You're right.
I like this thing
Oh.
Brand new batteries.
So
Oh,
as I continued to watch, that's when I saw the second part, which was
brand
where the
spanking,
mist
brand spanking new batteries, dude.
just died out right now.
I put them down at the falls. Look.
Oh, that green light is
No, watch. Wait, hold on. Watch, put them on.
Oh yeah, it was at 4, yeah.
Yeah. Was that 4? You guys see this? Now it's at 1.
Right, so I mean, after seeing that, I was kind of creeped out, and I kept watching it over and over and over and over. And so I took clips of it, one to send to Joe, and then I sent one to Uy. And for some reason, the second clip I sent to Joe, which was the one with the where the mist traveled up away, he couldn't see it. And then when I showed it to Uy, I believe Uy said she opened it, looked at it, didn't see it. When I explained to her what went on, she went back to try and open up the video I sent her, and the video wouldn't play for her. Mind you, I went back after that to go look at the clip I sent them, and I couldn't see it anymore. I couldn't see what I was looking at over and over and over the night before, which kind of stumped me. I was like, oh boy, okay, maybe my eyes is playing games. So I decided to go back on Joe's actual video, the replay itself, and I was able to see it again. It's like, oh, okay, so my eyes aren't playing tricks on me. It's just, I think the lighting, or the time of day and the
Yeah.
lighting, it kind of masks the whole image, depending when I'm watching it or how I'm trying to watch it. But when I watched it in the dark again on Joe's live, you can see it clearly. So, if you guys want to get a better visual image of what I'm talking about or what I'm saying happened, go check out Joe's last video. It's part 1.
Touch them, touch them. Batteries.
Wow. Hawaiian. Sorry, Joe like burned my hand right now. He just took the batteries out of his light, and his thing is like on fire. So yeah, so I guess my intuition of not knowing which direction or which way I wanted to face when I sat down really really was telling me something. To see something peek out from behind my back in the pitch black. There's no lights, so there's no reason these lights should be on. Joe and I went down there. We tried to debunk this, and actually, at first when I saw the light, I was smoking a cigarette, and I thought it was the cherry of my cigarette. Mind you, after those two eyes went back behind the tree, like just a split second after, you see my hand lift up and you see the cherry of my cigarette come across the screen. Basically debunking the whole, okay, that wasn't the cherry of my cigarette. I just saw what that was. This is something totally different.
When I was doing that thing too, you thought I was walking around,
Yep. Yeah.
but I was sitting down on the ground. You thought I was walking around the place.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And mind you, the only time I've ever had that uneasy feeling of not knowing where.
Hear that?
I believe so. Somebody walking up the trail. Sorry, guys.
Nope. But there's ghosts. There's a ghost to the right. There's something over here to the right. I can feel them. I can see them on the side of the corner of my eye.
Oh.
Somebody's standing right over here.
Yeah. Uh-oh. Sorry, excuse me. Plenty stuff going on around us at the moment. Oh, where was I? Anybody tell me what was the last thing I just said?
And yes, I know the reference to that ringtone right there. You're not that clever. That's a Jurassic Park one.
Mm.
Yeah.
Oh, look at this cigarette. Oh, right, right. Okay, so right, I saw the cherry on my cigarette, which basically debunked it. There's a few signs down there that they're reflective signs. So we tried to look and see could those lights have been generated from the signs. Well, for one, the signs were not in the direction of where those lights showed up. Two, the signs were actually quite a distance away from us, not super far, but off in the distance. And three, there was no light on to even generate any kind of reflection. So where these lights pop up from, I don't know. Oh, I know what I was saying, but yeah. So that's only the second time I've ever felt since I started coming out with Joe. That's only the second time I've ever felt this uneasiness on which way I should sit down and face. The first time was up at the reservoir here, and for some reason I changed the position of my seating. I think maybe like 2 or 3 times, almost 4 times. And sure enough, that night ended up getting very heavy, and we actually had to leave there in a hurry. So I mean, I don't know. Maybe my intuition is onto something when something like that happens, because, like I said, it was instant. As soon as we got down there, I had this uneasiness. Normally, I just come, I set up my chair, and I sit down. Not the night up at the reservoir, which something happened, and then not Sunday night where something else happened. So it's a really really creepy video if you can really see it good. So I encourage you guys to go back and check it out. Like I said, it's only about a minute clip. Starts off right in the beginning of the video. I think like a minute 30 or so, and goes to about 2 minutes 30. But yeah, I just wanted to share that event. That was something that was very
What's going on over here tonight?
very crazy experience for me. Not to mention all the other stuff that was going on with my vision and my sense of smell. Like the things I was hearing. Which yeah, if you guys noticed, we actually went for a part 2. Yeah, Joe.
Ah,
Activity kind of started picking up, and then boom.
this is different energy, bro. This is different. I don't know what this is, but they're all around us. There's eyes back here. There's eyes back here looking at us, watching us. And here,
Mm-hmm.
and back here. And none of them are familiar.
Wow. Oh, low battery, 10%, low power mode. I'm gonna try to go back at some of the comments, guys. I think that's about it for my story. With all that's going on, maybe I should give you guys back to Joe, and he can take you on a little walk or something. Earlier you guys had lights, and there was no
Maybe the
reflection.
spirit box. Maybe the spirit box can tell us something.
About your chair. Your chair, you guys eat
Welcome
yet?
to Spiritism.
Nope, not yet. We never eat yet. Can't be a reflection either. Yeah, no, it certainly wasn't a reflection. We were in a pitch black. Oh, this is so strange. It was strange. It was strange. Oh, something drained the energy. Yep, something did drain Joe's headlamp batteries, and oh, those things were super hot. He told me to try hold it.
Yeah, they're still hot. They're not burning, but they're still hot. They're hotter than my skin, so they're at least
Coming on
100
the
degrees.
cartoon video with some timestamps. Oh, right on 808. Part 2 video. Okay, you guys check that out. One of our members had left a timestamp on the comments in part 2, so I guess there's some
Oh, sweet.
interesting stuff that happened that he caught.
Oh, that was a Japanese lady in part 2. And then the
Ah.
drums and all of that. Yeah.
Sure, you're welcome. Happy to share. Rock, good to see you. How you been? 4 a.m. here. You need to go to sleep. Why are you up so late? Oh, yeah, wait, that video wouldn't play. It was crazy, yeah?
Ooh, you know what's going on over here tonight?
We said, wonder if that shell blowing invited something in or nearby by the bridge had something there. Thank you, Rack. Oh, man, sorry to hear. Hope you feel better.
No,
You
I'm
see
feeling
that?
stuff all around us, bro.
It's cold. Oh, hope you feel better, Rack. So I'm just going back to the comments right now,
Hey, Rack.
guys. Making noise, he's checking things out. And then back under bridge. Ah, got you. Okay, I think that's caught up with the comments. How did you want to take them for a walk?
Ed. Ed.
And go explore to what it is that you're feeling around here? Maybe explain to some of them what's happening? Somebody's asking me what's happening here.
Huh?
Somebody in the comments is asking what's happening here. Do you want to go take them around and go look around? Show them what you...
Sure. I don't know what's happening here. Oh, shit. See, there's a person right next to me, bro. And it only appears in the corner of my freaking eye. Like moving. Like moving kind. You know, right here. I would think it's a sign, but I see him move.
Yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed that.
Yeah, this
All right, yeah. I met my weekly quota. So, back to you, Joe. Stay tuned with more to come. Dude, those chimes are so close.
Yeah. What is that?
There's the guy's like, huh? Jim, there's the guy's like, way down there. Like,
Oh, that ringtone. That's the kind from Jurassic Park.
no, but there's no way Brown can be all the way up in the bush. You know what I mean? From down there as quick as he did.
Yeah, nope.
I don't know if he's on here or back across into the bush.
It was almost like the time you went live at the bridge. Yeah.
It's funny, he's moving fast too. Bike or what? Oh yeah, he's on a bike.
Okay. Coming out of the bush. Yeah. No.
Okay. Wait, that's not who I saw.
No.
Not the one from the, no, that's not the one
No,
from
no, no. That brother wasn't blowing conch show in the bush. All right. Okay, let's go do the spirit box for a little bit and see what the hell's going on over here. That's when brother decided to go late night exercising.
Yeah, it's almost, we have paranormal activity going on. Plus, we may have a stalker in the bush, guys.
That ringtone was the one, I want to say Jurassic Park, where they had the T-Rex ate the phone. And then they hear the phone ringing in the T-Rex, right, I think.
Is that what it was?
Yeah, it was, yeah. Do, 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 do. That's what it was.
The real high pitch.
Yep. Yeah, they're across the street. I don't know. I'm seeing stuff on the corner of my eye, and I'm feeling stuff all around here. Let's go look across the street. We're gonna turn this off because this doesn't seem to be answering any questions right now. But hey, if they're stream snipers and they enjoying the life, come say hi.
You said there's somebody under the bridge. Down.
Yeah, we'll give you a ghost to take home with you. Yeah, saw by the trunk of your car coming in closer. It's not the spirits from there. Okay. I don't know. I get ghosts, but I still think people can be more scary than ghosts. I had one brother or sister blowing conch shell from right up here a little while ago. What you guys doing tonight? Ghost hunting? No, we people hunting right now. Hey, right on. I get fan club. Sweet. My phone's about to die though. I got up my batteries. So I guess we're gonna end the live and we're gonna hele because I really, if you get somebody messing around, I don't like messing around. I don't like somebody get hurt. You know what I mean? If somebody startles me, yeah, it might not be a good thing for them. I don't like make ghosts. You know what I mean? This place get enough ghosts already. So we'll go do ending protocol. Then we go hele. When mist, son of a. I don't like the mist. You think we should hele? I think we should hele, bro. Shaka stay there. I don't know. Shaka no stay here. He would have come out playing his guitar. Aloha kupuna. Mahalo. Thank you very much for the permission to be here, share stories, for your company, your presence. I hope you guys enjoyed the night. I did. I asked that if there is somebody in the bush messing with us, that you yeah, see, you don't be too harsh on them, yeah. Oli pilikia. They just trying to have fun. Um, we pray that we thank you to keep for our safety as well. Yeah, mahalo for protecting us. Um, whew, I don't know. You don't feel right over here. Yeah. Yeah. Well, I was also telling me I want to work 8 hours today, and I'm tired already. You start work at 7:30. You know what I mean? You can stay up all night telling ghost stories. But thank you guys for. Let me flip this bug over so I can talk to your face. Whoop. And I can blind myself at the same time. Flip the camera. Flip the camera. Flip the camera. What? Oh, wait, I get one. I get two. Hi, Jennifer. I'm still live. Yes, for now. There we go. So, hey guys, thank you guys again very much. If you guys want to support Patreon, Hawaiian Hauntings, check it out. I have links somewhere. I don't know. I'm new at this kind of stuff. Mahalo for everything. Even if you guys watching this, supporting it, I'm not gonna start charging. I'm not gonna guarantee. You know what I mean? I love doing this, and I will continue to do this every Friday night, 8 o'clock. If I don't, for some reason, I'll post about it. But yeah, once again, guys, thank you very much. This was a very interesting night tonight. And thanks, Matt, for coming out too. I don't think this is a night I wanted to be by myself, but yeah. So you guys have a great weekend, yeah? Have a great Aloha Friday, the rest of it, and all of that stuff. Take care, you guys. Aloha. More stories next time.